should be live.
Okay. We'll wait for it to go out. Media's up.
Media's gone.
Okay, so yep, looks like we're good on our end. All right. With that being said, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Briefing Room 13th MU podcast, hosted by your lovely command staff. I'm Captain Takeda Hideyoshi, Company Commander and Apollo Platoon Leader.
I am Captain Dubs, CEO of Tuma.
It's Soccer. That's you, Bubba.
That's you, Bubba.
The mic. Oh, I can hear now. Okay, perfect. Second.
Oh, he's cutting in and out.
Oh my God.
What?
Is this? Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh,
kinda.
we're rolling,
We're
baby.
good. We're
All
good.
I am Second Lieutenant Soccer, XO of Tuma.
I'm First Sergeant Cyber, SEA of Lotus Company.
And Ace isn't here, so I am HN Keeper. I am one of the foremen.
Our
Alrighty.
lucky guest today.
Indeed.
Chief
currently,
White should be here in about an hour or so.
yeah, we're missing out on our senior chief. Master Sergeant's taking a ookie pookie, and for what you will. But with that being said, Keeper, how are you?
I am pretty good. It's been kind of a eventful about a week and a half here. River, my husband, got his he had surgery to get all of his wisdom teeth out, and then we are looking for a new apartment currently, and the baby's teething, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
All right, I'm back.
I can only imagine how rough that could be. Oh, welcome back, Master Sergeant. You want to introduce yourself?
Master Sergeant Ace here, Admin List Advisor. Hello.
Very good. Very good. But yeah, back to you, Keeper. Yeah, I know that's a lot, and I know it kind of sucked when I put it when I sent y'all that jerky, and of course it got there the day of his
The
wisdom
day
teeth
of
pulling.
his surgery.
And we were hoping. It was so shitty because White got his the day before, and I sent them both
know.
out at the same time. But I mean, at least he's doing better though, right?
Oh yeah,
In terms
he's
of his
doing so
wisdom
much
teeth.
better. Oh yeah. As far as the jerky goes, though, I already ate one of the bags of spicy and the Mama Wolf bag because he doesn't like teriyaki. So I've had 2 bags to myself, and it's been great.
See, it all works out. Now, I guess we're going to kind of port over to really the questionnaire for tonight, which is Mr. Dubs here. Either we got from the original surveys or what we will get in the future throughout the podcast, which is sometimes normally what happens too. For any viewers who are now listening, the new survey system is going to be up for about a week, maybe a little bit longer, just due to the holiday week of, the 4th of July, Rock Hill. So yeah, if you got a chance and you're in the unit, go ahead and fill out that survey, and it'd be great. But Dubs, do you have any initial questions to start us off on, or anything you guys would want to ask Keeper specifically?
I guess. How would you? So you guys joined back in what? March,
I
April.
believe we joined in March.
So I remember
we
you
joined in
guys. I
March.
remember you guys joined off of Tuma. Get the fuck out!
Yeah.
That
Yeah, we
dude,
did.
I still cannot believe how quickly and how hard that video took off.
I think it's got over 4,000 views now.
I think it's actually crossed into 7 or not 7,
Oh.
5.7.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that video. I don't understand why it garnered so much attention from the Arma community. I guess it is. I mean, it's funny, but like, I never thought it'd be like a funny haha outside looking in type.
Like
thing.
it made the like the front page of the Metal app. Like when you categorize it, like when you go to review clips by like game, it was in the top 10 clips of Arma 3 for like a week.
Yeah, I remember looking over River's shoulder as he was looking for a new unit to join, because we were just looking for a place to hang out, because the unit that we were in together died, and then he found you guys and he was like, "Babe, go do an interview," and I was like, "Okay, here we go."
I'll never forget hearing about the interviews, because I wasn't there when you guys initially joined. All I remember hearing was like, "Yeah, they're married," and I was like, "Huh?" It's like,
Yeah.
what do you mean they're married? Because like, that's not normal. Like, you don't see most couple interactions through Arma 3 through Milsim. Like, there's so many like layers and caveats that you normally like stagger through, and you're just like, "Oh, well, this will be interesting." So
And here we are.
yeah, and you're both. He's an NCO, and you're about to be an NCO.
Oh. Pending I pass my board.
Yeah, if you pass your board. But no, it's been pretty cool. You guys have definitely been a really brighter upturn in terms of like unit leadership and activity. So
I appreciate
I think
that.
you guys are doing pretty good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%.
White actually chimed in. White, our head corpsman, has a question for you, Keeper. As long as you've been here now, what would you do to change the corpsman training or the corpsman element for the better?
Oh gosh. Gosh, White, that is a huge question. I've only been here. I've been here for 4 months now. And this is like before I joined this unit, I had under 50 hours logged total in Arma. I've never been active in a unit. This is my very first unit. But as far as our foreman training goes, I would personally, I think we're doing a really good job. I know we need to go over our document again, and there's typos that need to be fixed in our documents, and our kits need to be fixed, but as far as our, like, I feel like the foremen are pretty tight-knit, and we've got a lot of good characters in the foremen. I don't think I would change anything.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that, because he added a caveat to it to remember I'm listening. So.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Also, just not to detract from the current conversation, but since White is currently indisposed, the stream is coming off of my system. So if there's anything wrong, you need to let me know, not White. Just a little FYI. And continue. Sitting over here playing with music volume. So.
Yeah, just adjusting it and everything. Yeah. I'm watching the chat with Lone in it. He's saying it's a little staticky, maybe.
A little staticky, so let's turn it down just
soothing now staticky.
Let's turn it down a skosh.
But oh man. Also disclaimer for any of the newer or current viewers, like, just so everyone is, I guess, tracking who listen to the podcast, we have officially begun speaking with other units. So hopefully you guys will have something to look forward to in the future when it comes to joint operations or intermingling with unit trainings, SOPs, whatever it may be. The current two that we are talking to right now actively is the 332nd and the 25th MEU. Now, the 25th MEU, we got a lot done, probably within like a 48-hour period after they came in. They had heard about us a little bit, and went in to talk to them, got everything kind of set, scheduled out. So you might see a few of their guys kind of come in, either through the Discord or show up for the trainings and stuff. So don't be alarmed or anything like that. 332nd's an Air Force group, so there wasn't really anything set in stone. They're really dedicated. Yeah, they're really dedicated to like aviation and JTACs, like just all that air to ground kind of operations. They're not really a ground element. I think they have PJs. I think they have something like that.
Something to that effect.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
to that effect. I mean, there's their leader Bags. He's a pretty cool. He's really squared away. Um, you know, obviously stepping back out into the world of sim and community. We met a little bump in the road already with unit relations and stepping on toes with other people. Not with the 332nd or the 25th, but you know, that's just how that song and dance goes. People like the drama.
From what
So,
I heard, it
sad,
sounded
sadly.
like it. From what I heard, it sounded like it probably got squashed already.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Bags is extremely punctual when it comes to dealing with any kind of potential drama and stuff in his Discord. And it got I got to sit down with him and talk with him and stuff like that, get everything like on the same page. He's extremely dedicated to networking, and he does it a lot. So he's a very good like mediatory like force, I guess. And so yeah, that got squashed right away.
Very good.
Great job on his part and stuff. It's one of the things like looking into it with the 332nd. It's one of those things where like, so we're talking to the 25th Mu, and we already said that we have things like planned and working with them. Got some command meetings, some S3, S5 meetings, so we can make sure mod lists are on the same level and stuff like that. But it's a Mu. They do the same shit we do. So it's a little easier to plan ops and stuff and get them ready to operate with us. With this Air Force unit, it's one of those things where it's kind of harder to plan things. However, why we're still wanting to work with them is because their leadership is such level-headed. And it's honestly, it's a rarity in the Arma community. So we're definitely not just going to pass up a contact like that when you know, they dedicate to like keeping everything extremely upfront and organized. So really,
Amen to
really
that.
cool. Yeah, absolutely. Because there's some leaders out there in the Arma community that, you know, could be a little rough on the edges.
That's probably putting it lightly.
Very much so. Some people think it's still Battlefield 4, you know, but those are the good old days.
Yeah, I guess the incident in question was just more so, I guess, reactionary, because you'd think of like someone who's representing their unit wouldn't be, I don't know, single-minded, but I guess not to dwell on the topic too long is just when it comes to interacting with other units, it is absolutely exhausting on the like command staff level, because you talk to some. So far, we've been really lucky for whatever reason, because this is the second time in 2 years the unit has come to like the community level of trying to do a join up. We tried doing it a year ago, and all those units burned out or had nonsense occur. But coming back into it now, we're pretty lucky, and I hope it continues to go very well between the 25th and the 332nd.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. I will say it was pretty damn cool talking to Bags and finding out that a guy I had actually started the unit with a long time ago, the 13th, and he had actually been a part of some of the original admin for the first 2 to 3 months the unit was around, and then he had to deal with some IRL stuff. Ran into an old contact, Major Dwyer, who now runs I think he runs a Marine Raiders or Special Operations group of some sort. So that was really interesting, and
I think
just
he's
shows how
another-
small.
I think he's another CAG unit.
He's a CAG. He's part of the same CAG as the 332nd, because they're like a conglomeration of smaller units intertwined. And so we'll probably maybe see him again in the future. I'm not too sure, but we'll see how that goes. I messaged him a couple days ago, and he seems pretty cool. He's doing well. But I mean, it just kind of goes to show how small the Arma community is. Like, it's so small, which
Oh yeah.
I guess it shouldn't have surprised me when the nonsense occurred the other day. And I've never heard your unit, but
Well, here's hoping we don't run into any more issues. Knock on wood again.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. If we want to keep on talking about unit relations and stuff, let's rotate more over to the 25th MU side. Those guys are kind of wild, but it's a good kind of wild. You know what I mean? They got several actual like active duty Marines over there chilling in command staff and running it. So a lot of their stuff is to the T what the Marine Corps utilizes and stuff like that. But they also have that understanding that it's a video game, and to have fun, you got to take some liberties, which is exactly what we do as well. So really excited to kind of sit down with some more of their command staff and plan out some really cool ops for as it's being kind of announced and stuff. We're gonna start heading towards island hopping stuff coming forward, and maybe we got a really cool replacement for Bravo Company, to hit some other shorelines and stuff with us, alongside us, and coordinate airstrikes on multiple parts of some of these islands. Be more large-scale warfare. It'd be really cool to see, some more Amtraks in the water making beachhead landings and shit like that. It's gonna be exciting. I'm excited for it, especially on the Zeus side. More people I get to punish. So, great time is coming up with that.
Oh yeah.
As a newer member keeper, what do you think about like joint operations, or like the concept of it, or just the thoughts of working with another unit with possibly entirely separate like ranks, SOPs, and just overall functionality, even with their like medical side?
I find it entirely intriguing, but also kind of intimidating. As was said, I'm kind of new to Arma. Like I actually broke 200 hours in game, like last op. So that was pretty fun. But I'm wary of it just because I don't have a good experience to go off of, but I don't have a bad experience to go off of either. So I'm excited, but also kind of intimidated because I myself am still learning how to mod things and everything. But it's I think it'll be good. And then like maybe we have people that join both units, and we have people that jump back and forth between units. And I think it would be good, and I think it would help the Arma community grow a lot more.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
We'll have to give her the tea about the first one later.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we'll talk about that stuff offline, But yeah, I think that's a pretty open-minded kind of like viewpoint on it. Well, definitely you hit the nail on the head when it comes to intimidating. Maybe not as, I wouldn't say as intimidating as much as like a lower enlisted, or even like a kind of a like new NCO level. But command, like you gotta you're now putting your unit that you run, you're in charge of these people's like fun and like gaming quality time and stuff they spend on the weekends and stuff like that. Like you're in charge of that. Soccer weekend here, whatever that is, man.
My bad, dog. Getting some water.
Must have been some good water.
Loud as
Good water.
My bad, dog.
But yeah, so like you're taking all that which you was able to easily control internally, and now you have to rely on other people's leaderships to be able to provide that same level of fun and enjoyment in your quality time as you were able to in your unit. So it's a little nerve-wracking, I know, for like upper leadership. Everything's got to be planned to a T and like go according to plan. Otherwise, like a whole number of things can happen.
There's nothing worse than, so Keeper, it's really kind of funny seeing the, I guess, stark contrast for someone who doesn't or has a general understanding of like unit integrations or operations, right, with other command elements. But that Oh, that shit can be so frustrating. It is because you're trying to be like respectful and appropriate, like, and depending on how far you want to go about it, you'll call them by their ranks and let them know, like, you're just trying to be generally like a good like interaction. You're literally
Right.
playing
It's-
Milsim fucking politics.
Yep.
Right, you're
Like,
playing diplomat. Like,
yeah, and there's nothing worse than working with a group of people who say one thing and then do another. And then there's nothing worse
Oh my
than
goodness.
helping that same group, and then we somehow still ended up getting the short end of the stick. I mean, all of that kind of just led to. There's a reason why we closed our doors a year ago, and it was just because there was so much external nonsense. The unit internally had no problems. None. We had zero problems for 4 months. There was nothing. No NJPs, no JPs, no core nothing. As soon as
nothing?
we were nothing. As soon as we
Okay.
were outside in the Milsim world, and maybe it had something. This is a little like, we take pride in what we built, but like our guys, they're super well behaved. They're super appropriate. If a situation, transpired, the upper leadership, the sergeants or staff sergeants would be like, all right, nope, get out of here, clear out. It's none of our business. We would handle it from there. But, oh my God. And then you get the people who basically insinuate their rank gives them authority over you.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
We actually
Yeah.
just recently, you know what? I said we had a really good stepping out to the Milsim community. That was a lie. The very first unit we interacted with, essentially tried to have us under their fleet command, like right out the gate.
Oh, I think I
And-
heard about this.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They were a
It wasn't
1-to-1.
even- They were 1-to-1 carrier strike group, and instead of, hey, yeah, this will be cool, we can work together, y'all could be like our ground forces and we can operate your carrier for you and stuff, it was, oh cool, y'all are at MEU, so you'll fall directly under me, I'll be in charge of you when we're in op,
Oh.
you're gonna be doing this when we tell you to. And we're like, bro, who are you?
You.
Who are you?
Like, brother, we are an established unit of our own.
Yeah.
And
Goodness
then
gracious.
that same guy asked
Oh,
us
yeah.
for help in starting a coup in their own unit
In their
24
own
hours
unit.
later.
uh,
The Milsim community in a
Why?
nutshell.
Yeah, for real.
not naming names, but if you're a carrier strike
Oh,
unit, you
my
might want to look
goodness.
at some of your guys.
Oh my goodness.
So dumb.
He came to us asking for help starting a coup 24
Start-
hours after talking
Starting
to
a
us?
coup and to help him start his own unit.
Yeah.
Like to pull people out of
Dude.
help him pull people out of that unit that he was in and start one of his own.
Yeah.
Dude,
But
that's
still,
ridiculous.
but the caveat was still have us fall under him as in.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
The,
that's kind of entitled.
The S2 individuals that was involved in that very politely told him, "Hey, we'll talk to the command and get back to you," and have not spoken to him again.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
We talked amongst command and it was making memes about it. That's about it.
Yeah, there was some memes made. It was fantastic. Ooh. Let's get out of the Arma community space and stuff, and let's go back kind of interior to unit.
Yeah.
I'm sure, Dubs, we got some more quality, thought-provoking questions from the past survey. Speaking of
So-
survey, there's a
Take-
new one out right now. So if you're listening from in the unit, go check your announcement chat. There is a new survey out.
Currently
So-
have 9 responses, and I'll tell you what this much. Junior enlisted coming out the gate strong.
Hell yeah, I love to see that. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Awesome.
Junior enlisted coming out the gate strong. So
They are the base of the unit, so I would hope so. They are literally the running operating footmen of the unit.
You got a.
let's-
I know we're gonna probably go back to questions from the last survey, but how about a little sneak peek? I know that question's in there in that survey again. You got a brand new, hot off the presses question for us for the podcast.
Looking at a couple of the questions, so there's one that could be very thought-provoking, and two that I think might have been asked by new people. So we'll just knock those out pretty quickly, because I think we can cross those bridges pretty quick since we've rehashed them previously. What was your biggest oh shit moment in game?
Ooh, what are we gonna do? You gonna do bottom up?
Yeah, we'll do bottom up. So, Keeper, what was your biggest to date? What is your biggest oh shit moment?
To date? It was one of the very first ops that I was running with Comanche. I was the corpsman for the fire team that Hughesman was in. I don't remember who was team leading or squad leading, but Hughesman and I were battle buddies, and he went running forward, and I had to cross the road. There's a clip of this. It's amazing.
Hughesman,
and over
don't
the
get
radio,
run over.
Yep, you hear me yell, "Hughesman, don't get run over by that tank!" And he turns around and just screams. And it is my favorite thing ever. But it was a huge oh shit moment.
Especially as a corpsman, the closest corpsman to that casualty.
Right? Like, how do I fix that?
Now,
That's
I was about
squished.
to say, now, Keeper, how would you treat somebody who got run over by a tank?
My goodness. Well,
easy.
there's
It's
not
just
going to be
the,
many bones left to tourniquet, so
So
I
what
don't
you're
know.
saying is a mercy execution.
No, you just take a bite pump.
Just pump him up.
Pump him back up like a cartoon.
Reflate his legs.
Ooh, goodness gracious. But yeah, that was my biggest oh shit moment. Hughesman, don't get run over by a tank.
Yep. I don't know what's better, you saying that or his fucking scream.
I don't know, but it's both pretty great.
Reading that video is fantastic.
Ace.
I think it would have to actually be something pretty recent. So it's a clip in Yoshi in this month on the 13th of MU, and it was when me, Mac, and Camp reached a building a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
And Mac was first man. He pushed up, and I looped around him to go to his right to just get a better view. And as I was behind him, some guy in the back of the building shot an RPG across the hallway, and it hit Mac, direct impacted it. I got fucked up pretty good too, but I wasn't anywhere near what happened to him. So it was like, because I saw the rocket trail before it hit, and I was just like, I can't do anything. I'm dead. But Mac took a rocket for me. I didn't know how I was still walking around when it happened.
Wow.
I was like hurt, but I was like fine at the same time. It was like, oh, holy shit. I've never had that happen before, direct impacted by an RPG.
Yeah, Cyber, why does the AI think it's okay to RPG in buildings?
Well, maybe
Yeah.
because it wasn't an AI, but we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, what?
You know, if I was an AI and I
Yeah.
saw a human being take a 50 cal to the chin and still run at me, I'd be shooting RPGs too. Like,
Oh,
Well,
jeez.
yeah.
You know, fair.
Might have been one of your friendly neighborhood Zeus's in the back of that hallway, Ace.
Oh, that explains a lot.
certainly wasn't me because I got hit by that fucking shit.
You just got a little shrapnel.
I
Me
helped
and Mac
fix
took
you
the
guys.
most.
Well, that narrows it down a little
I
bit.
think all 4 corpsmen we had at that
Yeah.
op or whatever was on Mac.
I think all of us were there.
I mean,
each
I
had a
would
That was
hope
a
so.
mad.
Each of y'all had a limb.
I like it was in the video, there's like a 1 or 2 second pause in my head while I'm like I'm literally gathering my thoughts of what just happened, and I'm like, fuck, Max down, we need a corpsman. Like,
Dude, that's what I was too. Like after,
reevaluate yourself.
yeah, I was like, hold on, the guy's not dead yet, but it was like, how am I not dead? You know?
Do I look back through that door? I don't know if I want to.
Yeah. And then like 2 other people came in. I was like, there's someone in there. Go.
There's so many things you have to think about in that moment too, because like, not only was I the 3rd guy breaching in, and we all got hit because we all hit that stagger animation. Mac took the round. I had to think about was Ace up. Okay, cool. I see him moving. He's up. I looked at myself. I'm like, all right, I'm not too bad. I looked down at Mac. Okay, he's fucked up. I don't know if he's dead or alive. So I just like
Oh,
all those
jeez.
things you process in like 1 second. You know, you don't even think about until it's all occurring. And I guess people don't realize like you can get really tripped up by like some crazy shit happening in a singular moment, and you just have to be able to react. You know, as long as you do something, it don't like stutter out for too long. But they were able to save him somehow. Somehow he took that RPG on the chin and he fucking wrote it out.
It was a little touch and go for a while there.
Yeah, he's a bleeder.
Cyber.
Yeah.
Biggest oh shit moment.
Okay, the biggest oh shit moment that's recently happened. It was on Operation Grapevine. The ground company's objective was to move up and take a communication spire from the Taxstan military. Okay. Well, it was quite a climb, so it took us a little bit to get up there, and obviously we was hitting several other portions of contact on our way. But as we're moving up into the area, we see a PLA helo fly overhead and drop off troops at that location. And then their helo is downed. So, now we have we know through our JTACs that was confirmed through Tuma that a PLA helo flew in, dropped off troops, was hit by, I don't know if it was an RPG or something, but is now downed in the facility. Well, we still have to push there to secure the spire. At this point, PLA was not hostile towards us. You know what I mean? They were still there. They weren't there on humanitarian anymore, but their forces had not open engaged us. They were still that very gray area neutral force, right? And we get up on the hill and set up SBF looking in, and a PLA command, excuse me, of that team is up on the second story roof. He fires around up in the air, fires around, and then like to get our attention, and puts his hand up to tell us to stop, and Havoc put a 25 millimeter through the guy's chest. And as soon as that happened, we are now openly engaged with PLA Spec Ops forces in Taxstan. And it, like, from a Zeus watching it, just jaw dropped. Like, it was crazy. It accelerated the campaign so much further than y'all realize, because immediately afterwards, the PLA forces, quote unquote, puts out a video thanks to our guy Shadow, basically claiming that 13th Marine dogs shot and killed their glorious warriors who were there to assist us in destroying the radio spire. And so now, like, egg on our face, story-wise, insane moment. It was so interesting to see. And like, I think after the firefight, everyone kind of realized, like, oh, this is not good. Like, we just engaged and killed PLA forces in country. So that was my biggest oh shit moment in game recently.
I think mine is the end of not Taxstan, Lithium, where there was a shit ton of red air. And, you know me, I'm just in the super, chilling over a hill, and then out of nowhere, I think it was 2 MiGs pop up, like literally out of nowhere. Like, I didn't see them. I don't know if I was just blind or what. Pop up out of nowhere, and they both. Linvey is like on the next hill over. They just leave him alone, like, oh yeah, we're gonna go after this guy over here near the edge of the map. And so I'm running away. I'm like, Dubs, I got 2 MiGs on me, and all I hear is, "Yep, working on it." I'm like, oh god, I don't know if I'm about to die or live. somehow, some way, made it out. Used the valleys that Lithium had. Still love that map for their valleys. But Dubs is my savior. That's my oh shit moment. Thought I was gonna get gunned down by 2 MiGs.
I'm always here for you, man. Got you, Bubba.
Got my back.
Hey, the woman's home. I gotta go get her, so I'll be right back. Y'all keep going.
All right. Is that my turn then?
It's your turn.
Okay. You know, I wanna say the 25 Sams, but I think that one's been used before. So, biggest oh shit moment.
I got another one after you, Dubs.
I think
Just not done.
I think my biggest oh shit moment, and it wasn't oh shit like in any, I guess, like really negative way. It was more or less when I fully realized my flying capabilities. We were on Serrano, and it was when the was it the local forces or was it the PMC group that threw up their fixed wing? One of the two. But I gunned down. I got a kill on Red Air with the main gun of an A-10. I think that was a pretty big oh shit moment. That was like pretty impressive, at least an oh shit moment for me, like a personal one. I think like 13th MEU, like a 13th oh shit moment, probably would have to be when Price nuked the map on NAMF.
But yeah,
to
I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, just punch the code in, see what happens. And now the Germans don't exist.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Saki said you had a
I would
second
like
one.
to. I'd like to hear that story
Yeah.
sometime.
Oh, Keeper,
What?
there is so much 13th T that you need to be filled in on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody will have to catch me up on it sometime.
I think it was 3 weeks ago. It was the op we were taking. It was like a super uphill op. And there was a huge threat of AA. Like Tuma's first objective was seed, just pure seed. And I spotted a rocket truck apart from the AA. Didn't think the rocket truck would shoot at me.
Oh,
So,
jeez.
Caught it in the JTAC, got clearance to shoot. Once I shot a missile at it, it just went full Terminator on me. I saw it like turn towards me, and then I just saw like 4 rockets fly at me. I don't know how none of them missed because I was moving, but those guys have some crazy accuracy. I got hit so many times, and I was like barely made it back to base. Leaking fuel, tail rotors out. It was a scary sight getting back to base. Before Yoshi gets back, anybody else have any other ones?
Yeah, kind of. It wasn't. I'm not gonna say it's really a shit moment, but kind of oh damn. It was way back on NAMP. It was, I don't know what rank I was. I think I was like a Lance Corporal maybe. And so that's just how long ago that was. But we were all on a hill, both squads or whatever. It was Comanche and Blackjack at the time, and Demon. But we were defending the hill for some reason. I can't remember why. And then we went to go, or I was walking around checking on people, and tanks started coming down the road. And I think a T-72 direct impacted me. And it was an HE shell. And he caught like 5 other people. And this was back when we had this mod. Cyber, what's the mod called where they dismembered our bodies when we blew up?
Oh, Bloodlust, which Just
Oh.
putting that out there. It sounds cool. Will destroy your server FPS. So single
What
player
night
mod
symbol?
only.
What night symbol blood?
How would we even fix that? I don't think we could fix
So-
that.
So what happened was is that when I got hit by the arty shell, well, what happened is that when you would die, and if your body like exploded, depending on it or whatever, the camera would start zooming out. So it was like my body exploded, and like my chest started flying upwards, and I could see just the area and the carnage of what happened. It was pretty cool, but yeah.
The good old days of Bloodlust.
Yeah, I like that mod, but I prefer frames.
I mean, who knows with what we have now? Oh no, I like what we have now. That sound effects and then the blood splatter as an image thing or whatever it does.
Yeah, but this one blows up people's bodies and stuff, or that one blew up people's bodies.
Yeah, no, you turned into mincemeat.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get Yoshi's answer when he comes back. Here's another one that we can briefly run through. Again, I think this came from somebody who's new, who probably hasn't watched or heard any of the previous podcasts. Any active duty, reserve, or veterans in the command staff? If so, how long and what MOS?
Oh yeah, there's a few of us. Myself, I'm a cyber warfare technician for the Navy. I do all your fucking secret squirrel cyber shit, which means I sit
you said
at a
secret squirrel.
desk. Secret squirrel, cyber shit. I look at a computer all day, and I can't talk about what I look at. So, yeah, that's about it. But I've been in for 6 years. I just re-enlisted for another 6 years for a nice SRB and 90K. So, you know,
Oof.
at least I'll eat this month.
Hell yeah, you don't have to have ramen.
Yeah.
What's wrong with ramen?
Ain't nothing wrong with ramen.
Yeah, you're right.
Dubs misspoke.
You don't have to have a bread and ice sandwich.
That's why would anyone choose to do that? Just eat the bread.
You
Just
gotta,
eat
gotta
the
suck
bread.
it out sometimes.
Just-
You can
I
buy
go-
you can buy actual hot dog buns. You don't have to fold a slice of bread in half.
so my water doesn't get turned off, so I don't have
Oh.
to thaw out my ice to drink.
Once you get done, Dubs,
my
I'm gonna
goodness.
come back to that because I disagree. Folded bread is 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Hell nah, bro. I had to do that sometimes. Fuck that.
It's folded
God.
sourdough or I don't know the brand, the butter bread. Oh my god, dude,
I
it's
think I was
just
just using the wrong bread.
Nah,
the
dude, you
best
gotta
hot dog you'll ever
dude,
eat.
Potato bread.
Yeah, that is good, very good.
Potato
Tomorrow
bread.
I'll be having folded bread hot dogs.
Hell yeah, brother.
At a July cookout, July 4th cookout.
He's going on a lake, doing some laking.
Going to the lake, baby.
Myself, I am an Air Force veteran. I got medically retired as a E5 staff sergeant. Was in for 8 years, 4 years in 4 years in Idaho, 4 years in Arizona, working on F-15s and F-16s. I was a munitions technician, so I maintained the weapons release, weapon systems, and all other associated systems. And I also loaded and unloaded all sorts of various types of bombs, missiles, internal gun ammo, chaff and flare, the whole 9 yards. One deployment to the Middle East, went out to the United Arab Emirates for 7 months back in 2013 during the summer. It was awful. Like, it gets hot, and then there's the Middle East hot.
That sounds miserable.
Yeah,
Same.
that's my military story.
Other than that, I mean, we have our very own corpsman chief, White. He was he was an actual corpsman in the Navy.
Yep.
He
Yes,
was Greenside. It's awesome shit.
He's been through it. And then
I had a conversation with him one night. He's got 7, I think White said it was 7 bullet wound scars. I was like, goodness gracious,
yeah,
man.
he's been shot. He's been shot. Yep. He's gotten. Well, I don't know how much I want to divulge personally about White.
I don't know.
He's seen some. He's seen some shit.
He's seen it.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
And then our very own unit CO here is in school to become a Marine officer. So that's
whatever.
The question was any active duty reserve or veterans in the command staff. If so, how long and what MOS?
Oh yeah, I'm not in that department.
Well, you're in school too. You're almost there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did my first 6 weeks through PLC, and now I just got to finish out. And then I get to swear in on how I have all the fun stuffs.
Fun.
You're gonna hate your life.
Yeah, I know.
Yoshi face.
What was the original question I missed before I had to step away?
What is your
what color is your underwear?
Yeah, what color is your underwear?
Purple.
Yeah.
Very good.
I took him as a yellow guy.
Ew.
Ew.
That is gross.
Y'all don't wear yellow?
Why would I want to wear the same
people
color
don't
of someone's
buy
pee?
Yeah.
My goodness.
So you can cover it up if you have an accident.
No,
my
but
God.
why are you
Smart.
peeing on yourself? Why are you
This guy-
pissing yourself, boy?
This guy living
Soccer,
in
you wanna
2050
tell
right
us
now,
something?
bro.
Are you a pisser?
Look, man, you don't always have the time to get up from the desk. You gotta
Oh,
just
no.
gotta make do.
No.
I mean, I guess we are getting back into
Alright,
PS4. We gotta bring out the shit buckets.
All right, no more shit buckets. What was the question? Fucking.
What is your biggest oh shit moment in the
like ever?
In op.
In op.
Ever?
Mm-hmm.
We went more with recent stuff. I think the furthest back we talked about was the atomic bombing of Nanf.
Yeah, I brought up the
I think
nuking
that's the
of
furthest
Nanf.
one back.
The most oh shit moment? Oh my god. There's so many, but there's most of mine are still from a long time ago. I have to say anything recent would be when the first assault into North Takistan. And when fucking Staff Sergeant Karsten ran out with Havoc to grab new tank treads because their tank had lost their treads or gotten damaged in the middle of an airport defense with the BAF. That was fucking crazy. Right. And then seeing like 3 T-60s coming down the road. Thankfully, we had 2 on the air.
You're talking about assault on Takistan, southern airfield.
Yeah. When we had done our first assault into
crazy.
Takistan.
That's when Havoc was still Demon.
Yeah.
That's how long ago that was.
Yeah.
We're talking what, February, January?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, 5 months? Dude, this campaign has been a real deployment. God bless.
We started.
It actually has.
Well, we started this in what, November?
And lithium.
Yeah, because you have lithium, and then you had that transfer over. Because I mean, technically, lithium and Takistan, they're in the same
book
region
chapter.
Yeah, they're in the same region, same kind of similar. No, they're on separate chapters, I think, right?
No,
they're not.
No,
because we were only in lithium for what, 2 or 3 months.
And we were there
and then
for.
It flowed into Takistan.
No. I think actually we do have it set up as chapter 2.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Chapter 1 is coin operations in lithium, and the big chapter closer was the
Alamo.
Alamo.
Yeah.
Where Takistan fully invaded, and then it started. Then we had the ACE contract that tied up chapter 1, kind of like finished the objective where we hunted down the Ace of Diamonds, and then we started the next chapter with the Southern Airfield Assault in Takistan. Yeah, so we're about to cross into chapter 3.
Yeah.
Of book 2. Good. We need to hire literature major to actually use their degree for something.
Yeah, fucking.
um,
America.
let's see. And now, just off of our current survey cycle, I've got two thought-provoking questions. First one being, and this one actually, I don't know if controversial is the word. Might start a conversation, or it might get a little animated, because we all have our own varying opinions on it. How much paperwork would there be if the staff shop system didn't exist, and the duties of all the staff shop heads fell to one person?
That
Oh.
person would be paid.
Oh.
That person would be paid.
That
Yeah,
babe would have a paid
100%.
position.
it's a lot of work.
Oh wait, if I get paid, I'll do that.
Plot twist: you get paid in jerky.
Hey,
Yeah.
well,
You get to
it'll
eat.
keep me fed. I get to eat.
Yeah, that's honestly like with the what we do now. There's just no way.
And
Like,
even what we do now, it's toned down from what it used to be.
It used to be so much more paperwork.
I think if it was one person working on all of the paperwork for the unit, it would be literally over a full-time job. Like, it would be 40 hours a week plus overtime. And,
So-
oh my goodness.
Going way back before the February incident, like not this February, but last February.
$10 take it or leave it from
So-
Alex.
I think Cap was probably the closest that we've seen this unit to this scenario. And I'm pretty sure that like even contributed to him struggling like that semester in school. Like that's how much work it was. And so that's when all the staff shops got pushed out and like directly utilized for what they were supposed to. And I think we're at a really good pace and organization now. Like to where everything flows. There's just enough paperwork to keep everything tracked, but not too much where it's absolutely annoying. So I like where we're sitting now, but yeah, no, it has to be distributed across command staff and NCOs, because otherwise
I don't
it's just
know
not
one
doable.
person- yeah,
Not doable.
one person could not do that alone, and if they could, they're not human.
I mean, like trying
That
to
was
put
me.
in perspective. Yeah,
You're not human.
I gotta say, like, I think, yeah, Cap, like I said, Cap is the closest to that. But Cap, could you imagine if you had all of that you've done, or that you did before with S7s, S4, S1, and that kind of stuff? Like, if you use the main person for all three of those, and you also had to do my job, S3,
Ugh.
with the server side stuff, Eden files. That's terrifying. That's so much work, like all put together. Hell, I would barely be able to do my own job if it wasn't for my S3 team. Like, they kick
Goodness
ass.
gracious.
Big shout out to S3 guys.
S3 baby.
Looking at you,
S3.
soccer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, soccer, you
Andy.
suck. Oh, he's gone. He's demoted.
Oh,
No, that was Ace.
Ace was
demoted.
Ace is demoted.
Ace was restarting his computer. He messaged me. He had to give it the old restart.
Well, now he's podcast mode.
Oh, podcast emoted. Get out.
All right, I'm sorry. I don't know why, but every time I Discord, I would click on a channel and it would send me to my browser and open up Discord through the browser. And I didn't know how to fix it
Oh.
other than restarting. So
That's fair.
it's good now.
You know, it's not a podcast if there isn't technical difficulties.
Right.
Yeah.
Ace, I don't know if you heard. Oh, I think you heard the question. How much paper?
I heard the
You
question.
did? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. How much time out of your week do you see? How much time out of your week All right, I need to reword this. How much time out of your week do you dedicate to the unit in terms of hours per week?
Every day.
Yes.
Some sort of amount of time every day.
4,
Uh,
5 hours maybe.
I mean, I don't know if that counts like in op time. I mean, if you count in op time, you're looking at
If you're talking about
2
operational
hour,
scheme, you're
2
looking at 3
hours
to 4
on
hours.
2 hours on Friday. If you show up to recon on Thursday, you're looking at another hour and a half there. 2.5, 3+ hours on Saturdays, depending on the size of the op, and then whatever you got going on.
This is also assuming you're
afterwards.
not Zeus, so you're an hour earlier than
Yeah, that's true.
everyone. Also assuming you're not also command, where you're also on for an additional 2 hours following additional meetings.
Yeah.
So if you're talking strictly Milsim time, I don't think as command I could ever put into like a numerical amount. I will be in the middle of another video game and get asked a Milsim question or whatever it may be. And obviously it'll be like from appropriate like COC, but it's like damn. Like
It
I
doesn't
can't
stop.
go a single day without something needing an answer or figuring something out or something's going on with the NCOs or the staff shops or some junior enlisted just got kicked out, but like
I mean, I guess
it's always something.
I guess I could see that as both like, I guess being in our position, like as command staff. I guess you could kind of look at it as like both a blessing and a curse, really. Because like on one hand, we've put in the work and the hours and shown that we have the capability to do what you ask us to do and proven ourselves to be able to do so. And then on the other hand, we're either the last line of something that needs to be addressed if, for any multitude of reasons it can't be or wasn't handled lower, or something that needs like some sort of like executive decision or a split moment decision. So I guess it's both a blessing and a curse to be in the position that we're in.
Yeah.
As someone who's not command staff, but is coming up as an NCO, I mean, I do like the occasional Thursday for our little recon ops, but then I do our Friday, Saturdays, and like the occasional meeting on a random Wednesday or Sunday or Monday. Like White had to teach me how to do awards and stuff, and that was pretty much it. So as a lower person in the unit, not that much time.
That's some good insight.
Yeah, I think it's weird to like sometimes we have to be reminded as command staff like the variation of unit members is so vast between like I don't know how to word it. Like we get caught up in so much of everything and we see and hear so much of everything. We also miss a lot of shit at the same time because there's unit members there's guys who are just here to just shoot. They don't give a fuck about the story. They don't give a shit about the admin, the logistics. They don't care about nothing. Leadership, they show up to Saturday, they want to shoot shit, or they want to drive shit, or they want to fly shit, whatever. Right? There are people who just want to do that. Totally cool with those people as long as they follow rules and regs, right? And then you got people who are like super hardcore moto this way or that way, my way, highway type deal. And you got to be able to reel those people in, because like sometimes they're so hardcore, you're like, all right, you need to chill the fuck out because you're going to start pushing people away. And that all stems back to the podcast we spoke about a couple weeks ago of just finding that balance between like relaxation and like that hardcore sim ability. But being reminded from like keeper's purview, which is like, yeah, I don't really, I do a lot, but at the same time, whatever I do gets passed up and it moves along the trolley train that is the COC. So it's always good to be reminded, like, yeah, not everyone sees it, but like, maybe we as command also need to reel ourselves into from time to time and realize, like, "Ooh, calm down, it ain't that serious,
Yeah,
everything's
because at the
fine."
end of the day, it's a game. It's a fun game and it's a great community, but at the end of the day, it is still a game.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just got to be able to kind of turn that off.
Yep, that's what I do. At the end of ops and stuff, I'm like, time to go take care of the baby. I'm done.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The baby is angry.
Oh man, that stuff could be so. Okay, well, I just received something.
I also have
Something very concerning.
I have something out of.
Command chat,
Oh, okay.
ASAP.
Bruh.
Oh, good. Very good. Might as well do Cat. Might as well do an offline.
Yay!
Yeah.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Back to the events that are now unfolding. Yeah, we're having this whole talk about reminding that nothing's that serious, and then I get that DM. All right, well,
Yep.
as I was. Anyway.
So I have a
fucking-
question out of the YouTube chat, which might be pretty thought provoking based off of not this survey but the last one. What from Alex? What is the biggest misconception of people? What is the biggest misconception people have about you and your position? For me, the last without going into gross details, the last survey, some comments were brought up insinuating that command staff doesn't do anything, or they don't show face, or something to that extent. While yes, we may not be in like a voice chat 24/7, or at every possible hour of the day, doesn't necessarily mean that A, we're not reachable, and B, we're not working on stuff behind the scenes. There's always some sort of behind the scenes development, conversations, what should we do about X, Y, and Z? Hey, I found this mod, could we integrate it in with us? How would we use it? Have we tested it before? Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people, A, don't see, and B, don't necessarily need to see, because it's something for the betterment of the unit. And also, we have jobs. We have jobs outside of here. If anyone cares to have it agree, disagree,
Sorry, I was,
have an input.
Sorry.
I was about to.
I was
think
eating
you hit
the
it right on the
delicious
head.
supper that River just brought me.
I was gonna say Alex said he had mentioned something about expertise in like the field we're in. Obviously, like Exo of Tuma, I don't know everything or the best way to do everything. I've just got a generalized idea on yeah, this works. It's been working well, but there's always something that we could do maybe better. And I think a lot of times people might think, since we are command staff, that we might have the idea that we're the best at what we do, or we know everything in the world, when in reality a lot of times we're open to ideas, constantly, like Dub said, doing stuff behind the scenes, testing things, and just trying new things and being open to new things. I think a lot of people on command staff are willing to try new things and being open to new ideas, where a lot of times you'll see other units, it's like, yeah, we're just going to shut that down right there. We're not even going to entertain it. I think that's a lot of ideas get killed, and a lot of good ideas get killed. That's just my 2 cents on it.
I don't think people have many misconceptions about corpsmen. I mean, we're pretty good at what we do. We're not super humans though, like we can't fix everything. But I don't
mean
know,
to tell me
like
if I
as
jumped
far
out of a
as
helicopter, you couldn't save me?
I could try. But as far as like misconceptions about upper command goes, like I came in and I had no idea who any of command was, and like within the first week I was like, hey Cyber, can I have a new mod in the mod pack just so I can have a female avatar? And Cyber was like,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure can.
You want to add a mod? Of course, we can add a mod. Yes. Let's add a mod.
But like at the end of the day, we just gotta remember we're all people.
Your fault.
Like yeah, there's
Everybody
like
gets
you
a
have to
mod.
follow the chain of command when we're doing unit stuff. But like, at the end of the day, everybody's just a person.
It's funny because like chain of command is great until you deal with staff shops, and then you're really confused.
Oh boy.
No, I know because like River is head of F4, and I'm like, wait. So you're head of this, but then who do you report to? Yeah, it's oh my goodness.
Staff heads get to talk straight to command.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because their leader is Ace. When you're in a staff shop, you basically have two separate COCs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kind of honest.
Just jump your COC, quickest way to get in trouble.
Hell yeah. I love
Or-
telling new recruits, like, hey, please don't DM me about Arma stuff, but if you want to DM me about anything else other than Arma Milsim, that's perfectly fine. Less than 24 hours later, hey, Cat,
Hey, yeah.
do I load in?
Where do I spawn at?
Keeper Hyde is asking if he jumps into the rear rotor of a helicopter, you can patch him up, right?
Alright, I promise I'll do
Is
my
there gonna
best. I
be-
can't make any promises
Is there gonna
besides
be
that, though.
catch up?
White also said, I'm just faking like I know what I'm doing. Ah, yes, our senior chief.
Yeah, very good.
I'm just here.
We're just pretending to know what we're doing. We're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants.
Make it till you make it.
We push buttons and hope it works.
Hope that bomb
So
tracks.
that wraps up the questions that were asked in this current survey. I now have questions that have been done up for weeks. I have like the next month's worth of questions done up.
Oh, okay.
So I guess we'll just
No done.
hop right into that. Let's start off with a fun one. What is your favorite weapon or vehicle in game? Start with Keeper on this one.
Oh, God, dude, I
What is the
have
best
no
weapon?
idea.
Your favorite weapon
I'm
or
still learning.
vehicle?
Dude, I
Alright, you'll buy
have
it,
like 200 hours in game at maximum youth, and I'm learning how to be a corpsman.
We
You
need the
guys think I have
size,
time?
the caliber.
You think I have time
I
to
need
learn the difference
I need the
between
whole
this gun and
platform.
that gun and this vehicle and that?
I
Oh
mean,
wait, you're
what
literally
else
you're
is PR?
literally married to the S4 head. You should just know. You should be a
Yeah,
knower.
yeah.
You don't have the loadout
Because
sheet
telepathy
memorized?
is such an
You
amazing
must have
skill that
really-
everyone has.
Whatever gun you used to do the one thing to Huseman that one time, I mean, you really wanted to fire that weapon.
Yeah,
So,
The Huseman.
you eunuched him.
yeah,
Eunuch
yeah.
Huseman.
Oh Jesus, that one. Yep.
Yeah, you
I
must
did.
have really
You
wanted
don't
to
have
shoot
to-
Hold on,
that gun.
hold on. We're downplaying that. You did not nick him. You neutered him. That is the word that we were looking for. That man was just trying to get a bandage. Okay.
I think the appropriate
He got an
response.
operation.
I think the appropriate response from a corpsman should be like the staple gun or something.
That's
Yeah,
not
Yeah,
not,
that's-
not
yeah, that's
your
pretty much
actual gun.
Have you ever seen what
The
staple
staple
does to
gun
eyes,
is-
Ace?
The best thing. 5 wounds at once, baby. Staple gun's fucking amazing. Move on to the next person, because I don't know shit, Val.
You don't have the S4 loadout sheet memorized?
Jeez.
Oh man,
Damn.
I have to get
you're not
observer
gonna
about
pass.
that
You're
one.
not gonna pass this NCO board. I'm telling you.
Yep. You got to memorize every single weapon
To
system
quote-
Marine Corps
to
ever
quote
uses.
my husband, womp womp.
Very
Yep,
good.
there you go.
Very
Yeah,
good.
it is.
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Ace, what you got, Ace? What you got, Master Arm? What you got?
Favorite weapon or vehicle?
fuck. Shit, that's a hard one. I use a lot of different weapons. If I had to go back to it, I never really. Every time I've done Milsim, I never really get a chance to do it. But if I wasn't like a team lead, leadership, or anything, if I was just a private, I would be a machine gunner, and I think I'd have to pick the 249. I very rarely in units ever was able to do it. I would only be able to do it for like a couple of weeks before I had to step into a leadership position. But I always wanted to do that, be a machine gunner. So I think the 249 probably my favorite weapon.
249. Okay. All right.
You can't go wrong with it. Good. It's so fast. It's just so fast.
It is.
See,
it's-
everyone makes the
and if you
argument
run
with the
out of ammo,
240.
you can throw in the fucking Stanags in the top.
Yeah, just throw a
too.
mag in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
throw a
everyone
mag
makes
in.
the argument with the 240. The 240 is alright too. I think it's cool. I've used it every now and then just to switch it up a little bit. But it's 7.62, shoots a little faster. It's a lot larger. The way I look at the 249, it's just really a big fucking rifle. Like I can use it in close quarters, and it's also good enough to lay supported fire and all that. Because it's a lot more compact than the 240. So I think it's more versatile. That's why I like it.
Oh.
Yeah, stop.
If y'all were wondering what Hyde's favorite guns in the unit is
my
via chat, it
God.
says Hyde's favorite guns are those guns right there. I'm looking at Cyber's arms.
Jeez.
Bruh.
Welcome to the gun show.
Organization?
You're demoted. All right.
Organization?
Semi-frat. Cyber favorite weapons platform or vehicle?
Oh man, does that include my Zeus assets?
Yeah, Fire Support Plus.
Is it American?
I love the 155 millimeter
Let
howitzer.
me tell you about the R. Lee Burke class destroyer. Okay. I've recently been thankful that we have an awesome Zeus crew. We can have like 4 or 5 Zeuses on at a time. So I'm getting to step back more into the ground role, which I've been missing for a little bit. So, the Mark 48, the new one that we have in the conglomerate mod.
Oh, our big
That
mod.
one that has the sound that will strike fear into the most hardened enemies. That thing is amazing. It's beautiful and I love it. That
want
thing
you to
is
know-
so terrifying.
As a Zeus, I know where you are.
Oh yeah.
Of the sound, I know where you are on the receiving end of it. I'm like, that's cyber shooting at me.
Dude,
You fuck.
So when I was Zeusing this weekend, I can hear like this gun sound that is separate from everyone else's. I'm like, what is that? Like, what the fuck? And I had controlled an AI, and I was just harassing everybody on the ground, and one shot to the dome piece. I was like, what the fuck? Who was that? And I get back in camera and I zoom around and I fly past where Cyber was, and I can hear him talking on the radio like, oh yeah, there's this sniper over to the east. I just dropped him, blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, what fucking gun is he using? I was like, dude, that sounds so just oh man.
Oh yeah, that's when I was propped up.
It was on that-
watching
it was
the
on
Unit
that-
6.
It
in
was
the
on
city,
that side.
right?
It was the side that like secondary objective off of the
In the city, right?
yeah off the main
Yeah,
off the
saw
main
you
like
came
4.
out. I saw you come out of. I was watching the rear, and I was propped up on like the railing with my bipod and scanning our rear while they were getting ready to pull the helos in. And I see a guy with an SVD walk out of the top of like door, and I just put my gun on him, and then he raises his gun and fires in our direction. I cut that guy in half.
Dude, yeah.
I gave him at least 20 rounds. Like that thing was insane.
Gave me 20 rounds. I was dropped on the first one.
Oh, you got plenty more.
Man, but yeah,
All
it's a good
Have
time.
no fear.
Welcome, Senior Chief.
Have no fear. The real Corman is here.
Oh,
Oh,
Hey.
Hey, oh, okay.
Keeper, you just gonna take that?
Damn white. You're about to be looking for a new person to train in.
Oh.
Yeah, she's coming to Tuma.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I don't think anybody wants that.
Come on over.
Would be the first time I had to retrain somebody.
Damn.
Ah,
Damn, White. That's cold.
yeah.
I says up for talking a lot of shit for someone in tomahawk distance.
I
Talking about our destroyers.
will say though, going back on Zeus stuff. So obviously, it's been a little while since I got my Zeus qual, and I've done a couple of little one-off, little mini ops and side ops and stuff like that. But I will say, Zeusing a main like story operation was fucking awesome, dude. Like, I'm in the I fly around in the air, and I'm always, pretty much always looking through a camera, and I can see what you guys are doing through my camera, but I don't get to hear like the interactions. I don't get to see the little, one-on-one interactions, or anything of the sort, or like the inner workings of an assault or a defense. And being able to zoom around in Zeus camera with like the Zeus ears turned on, it was like it was awesome, don't get me wrong. It was a very, very much an eye-opening experience to truly see how the ground operates. Cause like in Tuma, like we're a support asset. We have the ability, whether voluntary or involuntary, to run on ground, and we don't do it very much. But just to see up close how you guys run, how you guys communicate, how you guys interact, both with inter-team, inter-squad, and then, reaction to contact, was, at least in my eyes, phenomenal. It was awesome to see. And I hope that I can, in the future, have the opportunity to be an assistant Zeus and help Zeus a story up again.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm always looking for people to want to chime in and join on Zeus side of things. Zeusing, as the unit has progressed, as a single individual is really fucking hard, because if you're trying to roleplay something, people are going to want TPs, someone lagged through the staircase, or Havoc, a whole other element on the other side of the map, needs combat, or you need stuff to put in. So having more Zeuses during op day is a phenomenal take, because while you guys were causing mayhem in the city, that gave me an extra 5 minutes to set up the last final objective. And yeah, I love having an actual Zeus team now compared to where we started from. It's great. And then if more NCOs want to become Zeus qualified and want to help out and chime in whenever they can, that would be fantabulous.
Or just want to learn.
Or just want to learn.
Zeus and Eden stuff is a big part of Arma that a lot of people just don't know how to do.
It's a very, at least to me, it feels like, and I mean, I'm sure Cyber, you can, you can kind of affirm on that, but it feels like, at least to me, it's like a very specialized skill set.
You know what that skill set is, honestly? D&D players.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, D&D players make amazing Zeuses because they understand how to use this modules, assets, AI to build a story. That is the most important part about Zeusing, is portraying a story through combat.
Yeah, that's actually that's a very good point. Let's see. Let's go back to the question at hand. Soccer, favorite weapon or vehicle?
Oh, you already know my answer.
Oh,
The
yeah,
supers.
it's gonna be your supers, your hatchets.
Oh yeah, we recently upgraded. Went from the UH-60s to the MH-60s.
Man's got his
Parker said, can we have a mod? I said, yeah. Yeah, we can have a mod.
Man's got his DCS and Arma.
Oh yeah, I love it. And I love the supers. Being able to fly guys in. It's really like a one size fits all kind of role, because you can do cargo, like transport missions, ISR, reinserts, and then you also have some weapon systems available to be able to do some light casts. You can bring some AGMs, deal with tanks, but it's just there's so much you can do in the supers we have. It's by far my favorite asset and something that I've grown to just enjoy flying and look forward to flying every Saturday and Friday.
Hell yeah. We'll go back to White. Favorite weapon or vehicle in game? I think I already know what you're gonna say. It's gonna be one of two vehicles.
What
think
do
I
you think
know,
I'm going
too.
to say, Dubs?
I think you're either gonna say the battle bus, or the
Tractor.
the paddy wagon, or your battle tractor.
So, one, my battle tractor is one of my favorites. Even though I've only used it one op, it's just that memorable. Okay.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is on Saturday, if it's not picked up and slung by Tuma on Saturday, you're not gonna have it.
Gone forever.
Right, I'll make it
told-
happen.
I told Lambert it better fucking happen, and he said it would happen. Okay. Lambert said it was the first thing going.
There you go.
But no, in all seriousness, my favorite Vic would actually have to be the medical Vic.
Yeah, the big truck.
Yeah. It's it. The only downside to it is that it's slow as fuck. That's why I call it. That's why I call it tortoise.
Mm.
That bitch goes up hills real slow.
I think
Oh,
Tortoise
yeah,
is
it does.
actually a cool call sign for the medical Vic.
Should make that
I think
official.
that actually worked. Yeah, honestly, that would
Get the
be
tortoise
pretty
up here. Pull it up.
Especially when we pop the fucking tent up.
Cool. Yeah. Ah, yeah.
Oh,
It does
yeah.
have like a big shell, huh?
Yep.
There you go.
All right.
I support this.
Keeper, write it down. The medical Vic is tortoise.
Yep.
It's
Pass the
written
note
down.
over to S4.
I've been. When Bob was Zeus, he had it set up to where it had extra medical supplies for us, which was really cool. We haven't done that since, but I would like to do that again. Just, even though we haven't used it much, when we have needed it, it's come in clutch. But yeah, that's like my favorite vehicle. My favorite weapon? Morphine.
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 yes.
Morphine. No,
I
hold
too
on.
love walking in on my
Listen.
corpsman holding down Staff Sergeant Karsten while he's receiving forced medical.
Morphine or lorazepam.
Yep. Oh,
Literally walked in on no, please, and then and he gets knocked out. Like, what the fuck did I just walk in? And it just White's just like, don't worry about it. And I was like, all right, and then I just left.
You just left Karsten like that?
Look,
Yeah.
man, he
was an
fucked
asshole.
around. He found out with the corpsman. That's it. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
See, there was a medical reason. He had a broken bone. It needed fixed.
Okay.
It was his
what I'll
arm.
say.
It was his arm. It didn't need to be fixed right away, but he fucked around and found out, and so it was not
Oh
blue
my
on,
goodness.
so it did
If-
not qualify for blue on blue.
If Doc is actively fixing
think
somebody,
Doc-
I am not gonna interfere because that is the same guy who's gonna fix me.
Also, if Doc is trying to fix you, and this might be a little itty bitty jab at someone, let him fucking fix you, please.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. If I tell
Also,
you,
if we're trying to fix you, don't move.
yes,
Don't
that
worry,
is the
keeper. Next
biggest.
time I need fixing, I'm running away from you.
Damn it. All right, I'll start
I
that.
will-
I'll start
I
that.
already
I'll
know.
start that paperwork right now.
We already know she's
Soccer,
not
hold
afraid
on.
of shooting somebody, so you
Hold
better
on,
be
hold on.
careful. She'll leg you.
Soccer, I give you permission to run from keeper.
She'll just look and she'll leg you.
And only keeper.
Okay.
I think
Alright,
we
we're
can-
gonna play this game. We can play this game. Okay.
Oh, soccer
All right,
gets
listen up. Hold on.
soccer
What
gets
we'll
two
do-
tapped in the back of the head. Now you're
we'll
down,
do-
bitch.
What did I do?
Now let me fix you.
what we'll do is
Yeah.
I'll change. There's a medical setting I could change where it makes you have to holster your gun before you start giving medical aid. So you put your gun on your back, and then you can access the ACE medical menu. We'll turn that on.
No,
That makes
no,
sense anyway.
no.
Yeah.
No, there was one of the very first ops I ran. The reason my nickname was 007 for a few minutes before Yoshi was like, "What is this? Take it away." Um, I picked up my mouse and moved it after closing Yalbru's medical menu and shot him in the face. So, yeah,
Jeez.
it's
I-
been.
Keeper,
I have a record.
I have done that a few times when I'm working on somebody and they move, and I shoot them
Yo,
because they move, and I don't mean to shoot them, but I go to click on something, they move,
you moved away.
and boom. So if you don't want to get shot by a corpsman, don't fucking move.
Don't fucking move.
But yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn. Who's next?
Oh, it's me. Shit. Back to the
Very well.
original question. Oh, dude, I think y'all already know what I'm gonna say because I was a big advocate for getting it, man.
15.
My F-15, baby.
F-16's
All
better.
right, we're gonna
Oh.
shoot them all down this
18's
coming
better.
campaign.
Listen.
Better take care of it.
Island hopping. We're gonna be it's carrier ops, so we're going back to the F-18, Bubba.
F-18, baby.
And then I already have it cleared. Whenever we make landfall, we get a permanent place on land. The F-15's getting swapped out for the F-16, Bubba.
But we're getting the F-16 too?
Yeah,
Man.
we're doing.
Oh!
Dude, we are doing.
Soccer
Damn near
What I
ascended.
think that was.
Dude,
I think soccer just had a little orgasm.
dude, I'm telling you. Hey, if any are JTACs listening, you're probably about to be down. You're gonna be down a super when we make landfall.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I
But
got
yeah,
a present.
it's our that's our deal. Every campaign we're swapping out airframes for something new, and
You got anything,
it's already confirmed. F-15's getting swapped out for the F-16.
Got anything new coming on the rotary side here?
Yeah, actually, we are swapping out the van. We're swapping out the Cobra for the Apache.
Ooh boy.
We're gonna
So,
give
I-
we're gonna
so
give the
that's
Apache
under-
we're gonna give the Apache a shot.
That's under the same stipulation of once we make landfall, we
Yes.
know they're going to be there for
Yes.
We're losing our
the
Cobras?
first time.
We're swapping out Cobras for Apaches.
That's
Dubs, I honestly thought you were gonna say you were swatching out the Cobras for little birds.
The little birds.
the Cobra is such a staple of the Marine
Yeah,
Corps.
Apache
Why
is
would we
just so
lose?
much
No.
Better.
Mm,
I would die on that hill. I think the Apache is better.
It's only
It's
for
better,
this.
but
It's
we
only
don't
for the
use-
campaign. It's only.
You guys
for
have
the
no
campaign
idea that
is-
this campaign is a
you have
year
no-
long.
this campaign is a year long.
We can
The,
put
okay,
assets in
this
there.
entire. Okay, hold on.
So,
Okay,
let-
I'll
let-
compromise.
let me
I'll
put it to you this
compromise.
way.
I'll compromise. This
let me
map. This map. This map. We're gonna use the Apache.
No, I don't think you understand.
You don't
This
understand.
next campaign is 15 maps total.
Mm-hmm.
It includes all of Tanoa, all of Chernarus Redux, and all of Timbaland Island.
Jesus Christ.
We can,
Yeah.
we can
Here-
cut
here,
the
I
Cobra
here.
resources in half.
Why
Half-
don't you
half
guys
Apache,
use
half Cobra.
both?
We'll
use both. But when it comes to naval carrier operations, you use the Cobra. When we
Well,
make
yeah.
landfall and we have a base, use the Apache.
Yeah, that was
That's fair.
that was previously agreed upon.
Okay. Well, then
Just
you
like it's just like the F-16. It's previously agreed upon when we make landfall and establish something on land.
Alright,
F6
I
is
think
losing
that
a
leaves
superpilot.
That
that leaves Yoshi.
that leaves the head honcho. Favorite weapon or vehicle?
My absolute favorite weapon system of all time is the 203 or 320. I love having a grenadier weapon system just to put a fucking 40 mic through a window at like 300 meters is absolutely fantastic. I think it's probably one of the most like versatile weapon assets when it comes to applications, whether that's deploying smoke for cover or utilizing smoke coloring for identification of enemy positions, or just taking out fire teams from 2 to 300 meters out, or displacing enemy like fortifications uh, with whatever. I think team leaders should rock the 203 way more than they do, but we still try to. It's one of those caveats to as a person of leadership kind of has a glossary in S4 of what they can utilize. So if they want to use that weapon system, we can't force them. I don't want to force them, but I think the 203 is very much not utilized as much as it could be in combat. And it would fix a lot of like combat issues in terms of like engaging contacts beyond 200 meters. Now, if you're in a CQB environment, don't do that. But definitely one of my favorite weapon systems. If I had to choose a vehicle, I don't care how much people hate it. The LAV is just so close to my heart. I fucking love the LAV. It is a fantastic weapon system. I love the Bushmaster. It's great.
What did the Badger
Love you.
replace? Or supposedly
LAV.
going to replace
LAV.
that's what it
LAV.
was? Oh shit, okay.
They're finally phasing it out, or
Oh,
I
yeah,
think they're
that's
starting
right.
the testing phases with it. But it's a higher model. I think the armor rating's higher. The weapon system has a higher versatility of weapon systems that can be applied to it.
It's a 30 mil.
Yeah,
know, I
so
think-
it's got an even better
25.
weapon.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Anderson's in the chat. Anderson, confirm. Can you confirm that?
He said, "Say it louder."
Say it louder. All right. We'll move on. So a few weeks ago, we had a question where it was talking about how do you design and create the story and ops and stuff like that. So now I think this question is going to go down to the ground side, looking at your platoon level leadership and your squad leadership. How do you plan and execute your missions?
I guess Ace, Cyber, and myself can answer that in order. So, what do you do when you PL, Ace?
Well, I get the brief, as everyone does. Hold on, I gotta think for a second. So, usually I like to think about stuff before. So if a map is posted, I'll think of different like paths we can take, different stuff we can do, and also I like to go look on who's signed up and who isn't. That's one thing I like to do, and I know there's no guarantee on who's showing up or whatever. Marks can change, people can just not show up when they say they do, but I like to get an idea of how many people we're gonna have at first, because that changes it. Because if I look and I see that we have like enough for 2 squads, then I need to plan around having 2 squads, ideally. Hopefully, not enough people will not show up to where that plane doesn't fall through. So I like to do that first, and then go in, talk with the squad leads and op after the brief through each objective. I mean, this is all just putting it simple, taking an elevation, what their air is like. These past couple weeks, that hasn't been a problem. Armor, a lot of different variables that I can't just think about off the top of my head. But depends on the mission type too. But really simple. That's kind of how I go into it. And obviously, throughout the op, stuff can change. So I usually don't like to plane halfway through, just to see where we are. Because usually halfway through, we take a little break. I can get it with everybody, and then we plan from there. Because stuff can change, objectives could get deleted. So yeah, that's how I generally do it. That's real simple though.
I have I have basically 2 phases and then 3 steps in each phase. So Phase 1 is planning. That's going to be your um, overall objective, schema maneuver, defendable locations. So that's basically what is our objective we're taking. How do I plan to get us set up and in position to be able to make it the easiest to take that objective. Schema maneuver. Where do I want my SBF? I need to be studying my topography lines. Where I want to assault from, I want to make sure that I don't accidentally assault into a pincer from potential like other directions. And I want to make sure that my SBF has full line of sight on my assaulting force. And 3, defendable positions. Once we are taking the objective, where can I put my troops to be able to defend against any counterattacks going forward? Once that is planned, we move into the operations phase. Operations phase, step 1 is clear, concise communication. I need all my squad leads and all my fire teams to thoroughly understand planning phase. I need them to be able to call orders on either go signs or like just know when we do something, what's the next step. And they need to already know that to be able to go from that planning phase to operations. Step 2 in operations is oh fuck, now I'm reading chat, now it's got me fucked up. Preparedness. I need to make sure that the people executing my operation has the tools that will lead them to success. If we know there's heavy armor, I need to trade out some of my anti-air guys or maybe some of my auto riflemen for more AT. If I know that we're against militia forces and I have very good SBF positions, I want more auto riflemen in the field. And so that needs to be deployed from the start. And then my third step in operations is rapid and aggressive execution. Like Marine Corps is all about fire maneuver, extreme chaos, and coordinated on our end. So when you're able to very rapidly deploy and aggressively take land and objectives, you will cause enough chaos to make any enemy force shatter under that just overall firepower. And I think that is like the best way to go about squad leading and even PLing. That's all I got.
Yeah, when it comes to initial setup phases and things of that nature, once we've given the brief or I've given the brief, whatever it may be, you'll have platoon leadership get with squad leadership and essentially make a rough outline and draft of the general scheme of maneuver. And once that outline's gifted out, squad leads will get with their team leads, whoever's on, organize from there accordingly. And I generally try to prefer making initial strikes with the JTAC or setting up different kill zone boxes, and I nominally leave that to the JTAC entirely. If we need something specifically taken out, it'll be included in the initial brief or it'll be included during op. If I want something gone, I know I can just look at Yogi and be like, hey, I need that gone, and he'll get it done, especially in the works with like Tuma and that. In terms of movement between each objective, I try to keep it as linear or non-linear as possible. I want to make sure the squad elements have the versatility of, hey, we're going here, and maybe sometimes I'll tell Blackjack to go north and Comanche to go south, and enter as is needed. But generally speaking, I leave the in-depth coordination and tactics to the squad leadership, so that way they can be as versatile as they need to. And I can free float with my own command element, whether that's, two, like one myself and the JTAC, or sometimes 3 or 4 other members of command, and we are a fire team size strength, and we can go to where the most chaos is occurring to assist with whichever squad is needed. In a perfect scenario, we just go to the weakest point and assist, and that process consistently repeats back and forth throughout the entirety of the operation. And only in dire circumstances do I personally try to take command of individual squad elements, i.e., the 1 IC, 2 IC, 3 IC of the squad is down or dead. So overall, it's the command flow and operational ability of just keeping the elements together, unified and cohesive. And that's how I generally like to lead the platoons.
All right.
You're Gabe.
Yeah,
Very well.
a little bit. I mean, what?
Huh?
Soccer, me and you. How do we plan and execute our missions?
Get me started off.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Um,
Mr. 2IC.
Oh yeah. So the first thing I look at is obviously the AO. We have the brief beforehand, and usually S6 will ask a question, or if not, somebody from Toom Hall asks a question of if there is any major AA threats. If there's AA in the area, that will drastically change how we operate. But if there's just threats of man pads, we can easily deal with that. What we'll do, we'll see who we have on, how many people we have, because if they're getting flown in, we obviously can't carry 40 people in one Black Hawk. And then from there, we'll see what threats we have. That is my go-to, is just who we have and then what threats we have. So if there is a lot of people and very limited threats of the enemy, I'm more than happy to bring in a warhorse. But if we have a lot of people and there's a large threat of enemy anti-air or something like that, I'd much rather bring the supers than a warhorse, because a warhorse is way less maneuverable and way it doesn't have the same defensive countermeasures that the super has. And then from there, I'll look at what we have to do from in the operation as like a supporting element, like where we're staged at, what the enemy has, if they have armor, technicals. That'll all go into planning. If they have little to no armor, we can afford to bring in the slick supers. If they have a lot of armor, well, we're gonna have to bring in one extra bird, but we have pylons on the birds we bring in. It's a few things that go into consideration, but really it's what we have, what the enemy has, and then what the AO, what the threats in the AO are for us. And that's the three big things that I look at. And then also I talk to S6 before the op and see what they think, LZs and such not, and see what they think. And from there, it's really just, all right, well, we have these guys on. Nobody else is getting on, so we're gonna have to make do what we got. If we got 6 pilots on, that's great. If we got 4 pilots on, that's great. If we got 2 pilots on, that's great. We're gonna make it work.
Yeah, I mean, taking all of that, what Soccer said in mission planning aside, a lot of that will determine, well, a lot of the mission planning comes from, it comes from the mission brief, or leader's brief that we have, and then, we, obviously, it's no secret that, we essentially work hand in hand with the JTACs, so they have a lot of input based on what the mission is presenting. So how I plan out my fixed wing is like, okay, well, all right, should I mix it up with some air-to-air missiles? Should I go ground heavy? Should I go air heavy? There's a lot of different factors that come into play, really, when it comes into mission planning for Tuma, just like it does for the ground, really. White and Keeper, how do you and the Corpsman plan your missions?
I pretty much see who's on and who's supposed to be there and look at the attendance, and then at that point I just say, you go with this squad. You go with this squad. If I've got no corpsman, you're with the squad leader. You, and then I'm usually roaming around to fill in any gaps. But yeah, it's when it comes to corpsman, it's just I've got to wait to see what all we have and how many fire teams and stuff we have, so I can make my plan at that point.
Yeah, when he said we were just when White was talking about how we were just kind of rolling with it and taking it as it comes, he wasn't kidding. We do a lot of on-the-fly planning because there's not many of us.
Yeah, it's like trauma elements gotta roll with the punches, no matter what it is. If one of my corpsmen disconnect, and I got one of corpsmen, hey, I need you to roll this fire team, and without question, boom, they go. So.
And then we all work on like getting to mass cazes together, and I would say we plan our missions pretty effectively, even if they are on the fly. And there's really good communication between all the corpsmen. We're pretty tight knit.
I think it's funny that everything from the planning period for no matter what side of the unit is, whether it's ground, Tuma, or the medical, it always comes back to we have to see who shows up. We have to
That's a big part of it.
Well,
see
yeah.
who shows up all the time.
Because if nobody shows up, there's no op. We've had Thursdays that we canceled recon and patrol because people just don't show up.
Oh, Dubs,
But-
your Discord notifications are bleeding over the stream. Ooh. But yeah, but it's just kind of a funny thing because there'll be a time when we finally get to the size where turnout rates won't be such a planning issue, and we can actually just plan accordingly to what we force out. The current base planning period, I think now, is we can always almost guarantee a squad of infantry and I think the average rate is 2 to 3 corpsmen and at least 3 birds from Tuma. At least from my purview and from what I've seen over the last several months, I think that's the average rate per op. And then more people tend to join like an hour later as well. So that number of changes.
I also forgot to mention that I pay attention to the brief, and I figure out what fire team or what squad's going to is going to be, in my opinion, is going to get hit hardest, and I put my more experienced corpsmen with that squad, just because I know that they can handle it. They can handle pretty much anything that happens. So, and if not, they can contact us. Like Keeper said, like somebody says mass cas, we're on it. I'm off. Like I've been with Yoshi and Cyber. Hey, mass cas situation, I'm gone. And I don't even wait for them to reply. I'm already out walking. And most of my corpsmen do the same thing.
Yeah, I did that. The last stop I went to, I took a mental health break last weekend, but the last stop I went to 2 ops ago, I had to do that. I was running with Joe, Horizon, and Snipes, I believe, and we had a mass cas situations, and it was like, hey, purple smoke, I gotta go. And they were like, okay, bye.
Everything's fine until it isn't.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
You gotta love mass cases because one minute you're like, everything's fine, we're winning, we're beating the enemy, and then suddenly 3 people are down around you, and you're like, what the fuck?
Someone steps on IED, levels half a town or
Yeah.
like half a city block.
And then 4 minutes later, everybody's back up because the corpsmen kick ass.
All right, I am definitely hitting your AAV.
Damn it! Why?
Everyone's like, I'm not riding with the chief.
You know what? I'm gonna put all the corpsmen in the same AAV.
Oh,
That sounds
boy.
awful.
Whoa!
I will supersede that order in a heartbeat.
Can't do that.
As the senior chief at a naval hospital attached to 13th MU, fuck no.
Oh, that's cool. Guess we're not going.
Oh my goodness.
Alrighty.
What we got next, Dubs? What we got next?
This one sounds like it's going to go out to the Zeuses. How do you manage server stability and performance during large-scale operations?
S8, donate. That's how. Nah, just being
Real.
honest, man. We're able to pay for an insane server, which lets us do really fun and cool things without blowing up things. I guess. Sorry, hold on. It starts with Eden. In Eden, you want to make sure any of your structures that don't need open doors or any of that kind of stuff is all like simple objects. You obviously want to make sure that you're minimalizing other AOs. You want to try to focus one part of the map. Man, there's so many things we can go into. Deleting dead bodies, because dead bodies are an asset. So, doing the dead body script. What else? I mean, I would say like not spotting squads of enemies at a side, but our server now just allows. I mean, there's been multiple times I'm like, oh man, they're kind of moving up on this objective. Here's a platoon of enemies, and the server's just like, oh, I didn't feel that. So, yeah, I think just you can kind of see when it starts chugging, and you're like, oh, hold on, let me delete a few of these things. Yeah, I think, I mean, that's really about it. It's actually really easy. It all honestly comes from, it's all the same things, just how much you have to mitigate it is based on what performance your server has, I think.
Hell yeah. Wow, stroke. Cap, Zeus side of things, what do you do to manage stability and performance?
I think the biggest things that I like to do is I like deleting unused or non-usable assets that I can. And personally, I like to only populate 2 objectives at a time. That way it gives the lowest PC operable member of the unit more, or at least 20 FPS. Because while the server can handle a shitload of assets, I think it still sucks when, members who might have a potato PC, if we have like 120 infantry and like 10 vehicles and 4 enemy birds, well, that's great and that's awesome for, maybe a third of the unit, or maybe even just half. I think we should still try to make it as playable for even the potato players as well. So that's why I only try to keep 2 objectives loaded per whatever. So we'll spawn them in as it goes, or as they're cleaning up the second objective. And that playstyle is how I've always done it, and it's just easier with now the several Zeuses that we have currently. But yeah, that's my way specifically in the short grand scheme of everything.
All right. Are there any dream scenarios or campaigns that you would love to execute in the future?
4 weeks from now.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give the same 4 weeks from now. Be ready.
That's ominous.
I'm horrified.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. We did our math wrong. What do we see? Hold on, we got that. 2 on that. 1 here. 5 weeks. 5 weeks from
Zach,
now.
can you talk about the one you told me about?
No. You hush your mouth. 5 weeks from now. You hush your mouth.
5
weeks from now. Yeah, it's 5. Because there's 2 on the first one. There's 2 on Wake.
Yeah, that's
We
this
still
Saturday.
have this Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday. Yeah, no, I did my math. It's 4 weeks, 3.5
No.
technically. It is the
We
27th.
have I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna not say
The-
why, but I'm gonna say it. I'm
The
gonna say the math.
27th of July is not 5
Stand
weeks
by
from
for
now.
Oh, the 27th.
Oh.
Oh, you're doing that.
Dude.
Oh,
Oh.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. I thought you was talking about when we meet some other folks, you know, in the a different faction we haven't met.
Oh yeah,
before, but
that'll be
cool
great.
too. But yeah, no. The
What is going
27th
on?
is gonna be sick.
Say
So-
that.
Well, we already put it out. What we're looking at for
Go.
the 27th. Hopefully, again, a bunch of different meetings and trainings have to happen first, but
Oh,
that will
okay.
be our first us hosting a joint operation with another MEU. So we're going to have 2 beachheads landings at the same time, both getting shelled with fucking artillery, airstrikes going in, and 2 beachheads where Marines are going to be making landfall. It's going to be sick. Very much excited.
All right. Very cool. I was gonna say something on Shannara's Redux, but that's already been confirmed to be
That's
happening. So
Your way, brother.
listen, man.
yeah.
I've seen some stuff. I've seen some images and stuff with Shannara's Redux. I haven't actually gone on and looked at it yet in game, but I'm looking forward to Shannara's Redux.
Yeah. What's next there, Bubba?
How do you keep members engaged and motivated, especially during periods of inactivity or in between campaigns?
Let y'all
we
answer
wanna
this one.
go
I gotta go
bottom
deal
up
with something
again?
real quick. I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
Because if
Keeper.
we go bottom up again, I have an answer.
Yeah, let's go for
I
it.
think, yeah.
Fucking talk to your lower enlisted. Keep them, like, engaged. Like, talk to us. We're here. We want to know what's going on. We want to know lore. We want to know the tea behind the unit. We want to hear stories. Like, talk to us. keep us entertained, basically. Keep us here.
Okay. Some 13th MEU lore.
That's what the podcast is for.
Damn. Well,
No.
Podcast is answering questions.
No, when topics come up, we do talk about lore and stuff, and
Oh, yeah.
we don't talk about it unless it's brought up, because we don't know
Right.
we don't know if people want to hear about it or not. So if it's brought up, we'll talk all about it as much as you guys want. It's like I said, if we don't want to, how can I say this?
You don't want to make us feel excluded by talking about things that we weren't here for.
Exactly.
Right. But, like, you can, like, just talk to us, and even if it's just, like, a 5-minute, like, oh yeah, this was a thing that happened. Like, we just want to be in on things. We want to feel like part of the unit. Like, that was a big thing for me when I first joined. I was like, oh, I'm not only, like, the only female in the unit, but, like, I don't know anything about the lore of this unit. I don't know history of anything. Like, it was a little rough for me to get started.
Do you think, and now hearing this, I came up with an idea. Do you think part of the interview process, when people are coming in, should we add a very, very, very high bird's eye view of the story of the book we're currently in? Like, just letting you know what you're getting into. This is our story so far. Lithium, we were doing coin operations, right, to assist
Hell yeah, because
Afghan
I don't.
military. Then Pakistan invaded while we were there. That brought us into the Pakistan War. We've been fighting it for however long. We've hunted down HVTs, and we've utterly destroyed the military, and we're now cleaning up militia forces. During that time, PLA was here as NATO, or not as NATO, but as UN humanitarians. They were doing some shady shit and got kicked out. And now they're doing shady shit in the South China Sea. We don't know exactly what's happening. And now you're kind of caught up.
I feel like that could be a great addition to maybe not an interview process, but like maybe basic training, like just get some of that information.
I need more slides.
Shadow.
Dang it! I forgot what I was gonna say. Interrupted. Oh yeah, because I had no idea that Pakistan and lithium were connected until like just now when you were talking about it. I've never been told that.
What?
No, I've never been told that by anybody in the unit. Like, nobody's ever talked to me about the lore of the unit. Like, I'm still learning about lore of the unit. Like, that's why I keep asking, like, hey, Dubs, what is the tea of this story? Like, I want to hear these stories. Like,
that being said,
we want to know what's going on.
Listen, it's gonna be a long weekend.
Have you read the story channel in our Discord?
Not even. No, I guess that needs to be more heavily. Oh wait, yeah, I have. I've watched these videos. I liked these videos on YouTube.
The things written in there is like captain logs about what's been happening as well.
Okay. Captain logs are great, but I do think it like should be told to us in person as well.
Keeper, to be honest, I've been with the unit for a year and a half. I'm still hearing stories I've never heard.
I've got
there's
stories going
be
back
stories,
to
but...
September of 2022.
Well, there's always going to be stories that you don't know, but like at least the campaign that we're in, like we should have a rundown about like.
Oh no,
I
I
probably
agree.
would have appreciated that, like especially in basic.
Cyber, I think we can work that out.
Alex,
I'm putting in an S3 ticket right now.
Alex actually has a good idea.
What?
Do a
13th movie.
Like a 13th movie recap.
Nope. I'm sorry, that's a terrible idea. The Misfits have tried to put it together. The 13th MRB has tried to get it. The 13th MEU has tried to put it together. No, it doesn't work. People were like, "Oh yeah, it's a great idea. Okay, cool. Y'all show up for this time for filming." Crickets. No, it doesn't work. I will not be trying to do that again. I think the closest thing that actually works is Shadow's like live action stuff that he does with the AI and
Shadow's little snippets.
Yes.
Those are a lot of fun. I like those.
I'm just waiting for him to incorporate a sound clip that I sent him probably back in January. Shadow. It'll make a good clip. I like giving him shit about it. Let's see.
Hyde as the unit shaman would be terrifying. You go in there to get healed, and he's like, yes, what you need is a 5 milligram gran of wintergreen Zin and half a handle of Jack Daniels. Thank you.
You'll be just fine.
And Keeper running around in the background. No, stop! Don't do that.
Stop listening to our witch doctor. I'm the actual doctor.
Soccer. He said the Z word.
White laughing in the corner.
Yeah. We're 10 minutes.
We're 10 minutes late. Oh, come on.
Oh man. Okay. I think that kind of wraps that up. Let's see. We got 2 more questions, and then we can do final thoughts, and then the wheel.
We are at 2 hours now,
yep,
by the way.
2 hours now. Let's see here. Can you share any significant milestones or achievements in the unit's history?
I got nothing. I've
Referring
been
to
here
like the unit achievements.
Yeah, like big things unit-wide, I guess.
Shit, where to start?
Probably.
The
The
units first.
move. I would
Say
say. I'm good.
I was gonna say the units first senior chief.
That's big.
Yeah.
That is big.
I would say our rotation from an infantry only unit to a mechanized infantry unit was
Yeah.
a huge milestone. That changed everything that we do. You know.
Yeah.
Hmm. I mean, like everything's kind of clockwork. Uh. Hmm.
Yeah, I don't really know how to answer this one.
Yoshi almost having a full command staff.
What's the question again?
Yeah,
What
that's
do you mean
that's a good one.
almost?
Significant milestones or achievements in the unit's history.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think the construction of Lotus Element is a good one.
Yeah,
Because
that's notable.
yeah, because we still have 2 spots for command staff. We still have the XO and the
Lotus radio operator.
yep.
Senior detachment officer in
Yeah.
command.
That's why I said almost full.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. I
think
always
the
forget
development,
that those exist.
the move to the like in-house retextures and stuff.
Anderson
Yeah.
looking at you.
And
Anderson, you're the best.
Anderson looking at you.
Mm-hmm. The
Uh,
streamlining of like core mods, gear mods, and stuff like that into singular mods.
Soccer
All that
looking
kind
at
of stuff
you.
is yeah.
That's me.
I'm back.
All that stuff's kind of
Wow.
important. The start of podcasting.
That's big.
Dude, that's a
That's
massive
big.
Huge.
milestone.
Why
Yeah.
didn't we think of this sooner?
you know
Yeah.
how many units podcast?
I don't know.
Now you're demoted.
I know units that do the monthly like updates. They'll put out a
Do it once
video.
a week or better.
Yeah, but who knows?
What do you think, Cap?
Yoshi,
Major
question.
unit
Yeah.
milestones.
Question was significant milestones or achievements in the unit's history.
Significant milestones.
To give you some
Um,
examples, we talked about the moving from infantry only to mechanized infantry, the construction of your new Lotus element,
White becoming the first senior chief.
first senior chief, uh, the
Lotus element.
Lotus element, the moving to interior restructure or like retextures, and our own like kind of mod collaboration stuff. I think that's kind of all we mentioned so far.
I think the most significant milestone for me was it wasn't really a day. It was more like a week, I guess. Um, yeah, maybe it was a realization. I'm not really sure, and I couldn't remember the time. But it was when I was able to reflect, because I was like, "How am I ever gonna find an EXO?" kind of day. Like I thought about it quite a bit, and it was I think the biggest milestone for me is having a full dedicated command staff, a part of each element,
Oh yeah.
and even without an XO, it runs perfectly fine.
Yeah, 'cause I was saying we have 2 spots for Lotus still, the XO and the radio operator.
Lotus RO.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, and with all that, we're just not big enough to have a Lotus Romeo. So until that day should ever come. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I think my biggest milestone is like, because I'll never forget when shit was being had, and one of the main talking points from some specific people was, well, how, it shows it reflects his character of how much of a bad person he must be because he has no one in his command staff now, type shit. And I think about that now, and I remember feeling so like down on myself because I was like, "Am I really a bad person?" Type kind of shit. It makes you question stuff like that. And then I look back and I laugh, and I'm like, "Nah, can't be now. Like, not with these kinds of people. Like, y'all keep me in check. We inform each other. We work together very well. Do we have little fucking spats and urges? Yeah, but that's normalcy. If we didn't, then someone's talking shit, you know? But yeah, I think having a full command staff is probably the most significant milestone of my Arma 3 career life, whatever you want to call it.
Having actual officers as your Tuma command
That's also significant
instead of
because the very first
instead
one
of a
sucked
five,
cock.
instead of a 5 and a 4 or a 4 and a 3.
God, dude, scraping the bottom of the barrel, man. I remember that. Fucking. It took 4 Tuma COs.
Fourth time's a charm.
Fourth time's a charm. We'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, I guess God bless them. They tried, but it just doesn't compare.
I mean, if anything, it kind of laid the framework for what me and Riptide had to not do.
Yeah, don't
These
don't
guys?
play-
Don't do them.
Don't measure dicks with me. Don't
Yoshi's is bigger.
fucking yeah, thicker, right? You can have longevity. I'll claim thick.
Oh my god.
And then
It's fucking crazy.
don't kill your own Marines. That's a big one.
Phase one.
And
Generally.
then don't and then the final one is don't if you make a training server, don't make 90% of the assets Tuma assets. That's probably another big one.
Hey, I was proud of that airport.
I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about Vice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He made us a new training map, and 90% of the there was like 10 of each airframe that they flew. And infantry was relegated to like a compound size area. Yeah.
I guess
was
Segregated
nuts.
infantry.
Hyde brought up Poland and Oddman, and I think Poland can be
Poland was okay.
Poland can be the outlier. I don't
No, I'm not talking about Poland. Poland's I think he did what he could. He Poland existed is all I can say. He wasn't great, he wasn't bad. He existed in the moment. He was dealing with a loss, and I think that really shunned him away from Arma.
Yeah.
And maybe the connection of Oddman to this unit was too saddening. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for him, right? Hope Poland's doing okay, but
Poland, where you at?
yeah, that Oddman thing fucking hits like a truck every year. Every year.
I was about to say,
And it's coming up quick.
speaking of mile, yeah.
We
speaking
doing
of
another,
milestones,
Every year.
Missing man
absolutely.
dubs.
Absolutely.
absolutely every single year.
Absolutely. For as long as we're here, soccer, we're doing it. As
Heard.
long as this unit exists, we're doing it.
For those who are listening in and maybe new to the unit or anything like that, Chief Warrant Officer 5 Oddman sadly lost his fight with suicidal ideations. And now every year we do a in Arma ceremony for him, almost like a 21 gun salute.
Like
And
like the full
Yeah,
rigmarole.
the full on, like in order, like everything.
Roll call.
Everything.
Roll call.
Everything.
Yep, 21 guns.
Roll call, colors. Last year was the first year. Last year, myself and
Missing Man.
Riptide organized the Missing Man.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Um,
yeah.
And every year we do it again, and we will continue to do it.
It's coming up in
I don't care if we have
August.
3 people, we will continue to do it.
Yeah, I was just about to ask what day is it on.
It's like the end of August, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it sucks because there's a lot of people in the unit from the last year. As the unit has grown, a lot of people who knew Oddman kind of phased out of the unit now and or are higher leadership. And a lot of the newer junior enlisted from a year ago, the second ceremony, didn't come because they felt it was weird and they didn't think it was not weird isn't bad. It was weird, like
Not
they
appropriate.
didn't know him and they didn't feel like they had the right to go. And I vehemently disagree with something like that. I think, because God forbid if it is or were to ever happen again, like that date for the unit is
Ingrained.
a representation of the depth and care that we have for members. And even at the time, Oddman wasn't even a member anymore. He retired because of those ideations he was going through. And that specifically serves as a reminder across the board, like to just, reach out and talk and just, not choose whatever you do, whatever route you pick, don't choose that route, and because the reality of that was, I truly believe it was maybe 2 weeks before he went and killed himself. He literally messaged in the guest members chat and was like, yeah, I miss you guys and I'll be back soon. And that was it. That was the last unit to Oddman kind of reciprocation.
Interaction.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even highlighted in it's highlighted in one of our recruitment videos. It's the one that I use for Reddit. He's highlighted at the end of it.
It's our fight.
Yeah, our fight. Yep, our fight.
Love that video.
Dude, every time I make my recruitment post to Reddit, I watch it in its entirety. I love that video. It's so good.
Shadow did such a great job. I was not expecting when he first made it. I did not expect the end at all. I had no idea that he was including that in the end of the video.
Like I didn't. So I never had the opportunity to meet him. But it's still, I think, just like his connection to Tuma with what he did for it. He has there's like an impact of him on me, even though I never knew him.
We might have rewritten like the BCTs and SOI and everything. Well, so what the SOI is now, the absolute framework of what SOI is, because when we wrote all the original quals, he did the unit used to not have an SOI. The SOI we did, but it was very much different. Because like ATAA, Grenadier, Grenade, RO, the auto rifleman, those were all individual quals.
Yeah.
Oddman wrote those quals. He wrote and initiated those quals. The development and merging of SOI with all those qualifications into one singular qual might not be of like his creation, but like the absolute framework of how that all runs is still based on Oddman's interactions.
His writings.
Yeah. And we still see that today, like the layout of Tuma itself as well, because him and John started Tuma, and that whole inner layer and working, that was all through them. So even though he's gone, like there's always going to be a piece of him.
It's almost like he's still here. Yeah. Hyde is saying he was responding to me. He said, "You would have loved him, Riptide, even more so." And I mean, Hyde and Cap, just based off of what I've heard you guys say about him, I believe it. I believe it. So.
Sorry. Didn't mean to,
Yeah.
you know, it always kind of stems into stuff like this, but
Again,
It's
the
good.
video we was talking about our fight, where you can kind of see, you know, that we put the link in the comment section, and I think we're gonna try to get it added to the description afterwards. But definitely
Yeah.
go check it out.
I will work on.
I
I'll
can
do
add
that
it.
afterwards.
Yeah, I can add it to if I have to, continue streaming if White's not available. I'll add it to I'll add it into the image.
Yep, definitely. That's the video we're referring to. But yeah, I think it's
I'll
very
even add it.
the end of that is very moving because it's one of those things where like you think the video's over and it slowly fades in. And
Yeah, it's like a
I
pretty
think it was a good
it's a
way
pretty
to
long
remember.
fade. Like you kind of have to sit and watch it, like, or else you'll miss it.
Yeah.
But just like going back to the original comment, like that video in its entirety is amazing.
That is my favorite video. I was gonna say if anybody anywhere is feeling that way in the unit or not, please just come talk to any one of us, anybody. We are all of our DMs are open. We're all here for you. We'll talk to you.
I think
Please come talk to us.
I think Cyber said it perfectly a few weeks back. My sentiments exactly. I would rather take time out of my day to listen to what you have to say and offer any words that I can rather than speak at your eulogy.
Yeah, kind of speaking on that, like, again, I'm assist qualified. I'm a assist T for T instructor, and I'm a suicide prevention advocate for the Navy. So if you even if you need help, like finding your own community resources wherever you are, I have connections to be able to find that stuff. So just let me know.
I work for the VA in mental health. I can get you help. Sometimes
Alright.
they say that the first step you need to make is acknowledging that something's not right and to speak to someone. And any one of us can be that someone for you.
Agreed. With that being said, do
All
we have
One
any
final
follow-up or
one final question, and then we'll do
the
Yeah, 'cause-
wheel?
final thoughts
can't-
and the wheel.
Yeah, we can't end the podcast on that
Nah.
note, so it's gotta be a more upbeat.
How has the unit evolved since its inception?
Oh fuck.
Oh my God! All right, well, we're gonna be here for another hour.
God, and you could have chosen another fucking question.
Let's pick a different.
All right, I will.
Point in
I'll pull a different question.
We've definitely answered that one as well.
Yeah,
That's a
2
good
weeks ago.
starting
I'm pretty sure
question
we
for the next
asked the
podcast.
last one too.
All right, let me look at my other questions. I'll pull from another day.
Pull another new one.
I went over all the new ones.
Oh,
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
you guys ask more questions.
I got a question.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
You
what?
can answer your own question.
Pulling questions out of his beard like that?
What?
Dude, he's the grand old wizard, man.
If you could be part of any other element than the one you are in now,
Oh, okay.
Whoa, this
Okay,
is
all right.
good.
This is a good
I like
one.
this.
That's a good one. Okay, all right.
So I've been looking at this retired department.
Oh, Jesus. You're not allowed.
That's a pretty
Yeah,
good
I know.
element. That's a pretty good
No,
element.
Let's start with,
Oh, man.
we'll start bottom up. Keeper, you still awake over there?
I'm still here. Um,
Tuma?
I'm not gonna lie to you. It might be too long.
Hey!
Damn.
There it is.
2 more best ball.
Oh, Jesus, brain skull.
But I do not believe that I have the capabilities to fly.
Oh, that's why you
an
become a crew.
airplane.
That's why you become a crew
Yes.
chief. That's why you turn
Need
gas.
more gas marines.
Oh Lord. No, I'm
You
pretty
got
good
corpsman.
where I'm at. I'm
Go Gatling.
I love my corpsman spot. I'm pretty happy where I'm at. I'm good. But it might be too long.
Okay. Ace.
So that's a. It's not open yet, but if it is or whenever it would be, whatever squad is going to be responsible for like artillery or whatever.
Oh, Fortress.
Yeah.
Kind of cool, yeah.
That's not a bad one, yeah.
I think it'd just be a lot different being back slinging fucking shells and shit.
It would be such
something
a
new.
chill. You would literally just be chilling on TikTok and then just randomly get a call and you're like, "Oh, it's time to go."
Exactly.
Like,
I don't know. I feel like that'd be something I have to rotate out of every week. Like, hey, can I go to the front lines this weekend
Can
or
I shoot
whatever?
things? Please
But-
let me go shoot things.
Yeah.
what about you, White?
I.
I would. What is? I'm the one that came up with the question. I don't have a good answer. Like,
Oh, come on.
All
The
I've
Corpsman
done.
is just the best ever. Shut up.
Okay,
Shut
no.
your
So
mouth.
when I first joined the unit, I wanted to do infantry,
Mhm.
and then because of it, so shit happened. I got pulled over to corpsman, and so like literally, except for like an hour and a half of armor time, I have been nothing but corpsman. So like, pretty much anything just to like two-maul, fucking infantry, just to like change it up to see how different things operate. Like I'm with ground a lot, so I see how they operate and stuff. But it's different because I'm in the back, usually.
Unless you do your, your aim T. I'm good. I don't want to run infantry anymore. No, thank you.
Nope. Too bad. Forced infantry.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, probably two-maul mostly.
Best ball.
Demoted.
Cyber?
Cyber?
Cyber, yeah.
I see. Y'all already know that, like, I'm like the second best rotary pilot we got. Come on. I'm not gonna claim it from soccer, but I would put me pretty high up on that list. But I've already been in two-maul, so I don't think I can claim that one either, because I've already been there. So, man, I'll tell you what I would want to do. I want to be a vehicle commander in Gunslinger, bro. Coming across fucking amphibious assaults, the infantry have taken the beachhead, coming off the LCAC, pushing Abrams up on the shore, acquiring targets, for my gunner, rotate, bearing, blah, 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 distance, whatever, tally target, tally, open fire, and sending a Sabo through an armored target. That would be fucking sick. I think that would be awesome.
To expand on your previous comment, you were also a pretty you were up there with fixed wing too.
A very good pilot.
Just all around.
Some of the technical things I didn't understand, like GPS guided, like GPS bombing, I wasn't that quick with. I'm not the best at reading back command lines because I don't know, ADHD or whatever.
ADHD kicks in.
Yeah. But
Bomb.
yeah, I mean, especially if you put me in an AO and say, hey, I want all armor targets destroyed and all air out of the fucking thing. Oh yeah, I can clean it up.
There's a
the technical parts of fixed wing I'm a little rough on.
There's a comment in the comments after White said where he would move to, and Keeper said she would probably stay. Hyde is saying HMCS Keeper question mark.
Ooh.
Maybe in the
Chief
future?
Keeper.
Senior Chief
A year
Keeper?
from
Keeper in
now?
the future?
Maybe.
Ooh,
Maybe.
interesting.
If White
It'd be funny
retires.
as fuck. It'd be funny as fuck watching Keeper yell at brand new Corman.
I was about to say, I'll tell you what,
Oh,
those
God.
two
Dude,
would be in line.
I'm gonna say it right now. We have hold on. We have HMC. We have Senior Chief White and Chief Keeper. Let's do it.
That'd be pretty cool.
I'm down for that.
I give.
I've got a better idea, Doug.
Ah, shit.
Master Chief White and
Oh,
Senior
Master
my
Chief
God.
White
There we
and
go.
Senior Chief Keeper.
There we go.
Why does everybody want to be an E9?
Well, in the Navy, it's because you're called Master Chief, which is fucking awesome.
Fucking sick.
That's.
I just
you know,
want Master Chief. That way I can cement my foot yet again to being the unit's first Master Chief.
No, well, now you don't get it. Now
And then you would outbillet me, and I can't have that.
As far as me yelling at people goes.
Cyber Hyde is asking if he can get a boat. He's coxswain trained.
Okay, so it hasn't been put out yet. It hasn't been fully released yet, but it's in the mods. It's gonna be in the new mod update after this week. But we have a mod now that has an LCAC in it, fully functioning. Which is, if people that don't know acronyms, it's the
big airboat.
It's the airboat landing
Flat tire.
craft that we
Hover.
use to move shit to beach, like the hovercraft looking thing.
Cat crack.
And Hyde, if you start showing up on fucking Fridays and Saturdays, I will. If that's what you want to do in the unit, I will designate you as that thing's driver, because we have
First
plenty of amphib
Navy
stuff.
LCAC.
The first.
Hey.
That would be
Seaman.
our first sailor that is not a corpsman.
The unit's
let
first
me-
seaman.
Let me speak up for Hyde though, because since he came back out of retirement, he's been showing up. He's been here.
I was about to say he
Hell
has
yeah.
been.
I think
here.
he's just in
for-
training right now.
Yeah. But yeah, man, you have to.
Landing craft
either
air
talk
cushion. Landing craft
You
air
gotta
cushion.
Yeah, you got to talk to your people about that. But actually, you know what? I think that might be a command meeting soon. Sailor now that because I think we also got the half a mod now. Like
And
we could put
we have
actual people operating a destroyer.
And
I just
subs.
wouldn't
So-
want to pull away from the
Well, then-
corpsman. We wouldn't want to pull away from the corpsman. Is the other?
Well,
is the only
it would
big
be
thing.
something we would start recruiting for. I think.
Yeah.
Well,
We
then
would
what do
just
we do
have
when we go to
sailor
a place
spots.
with no boats or no water?
They're CBs.
CBs they build.
Yeah.
Was that what they signed up for, though?
Well, if that's what we describe it as, then yes.
I mean, we
Or
can
they just switch over to
cross-train them.
corpsman. Yeah, they
Yeah,
could just be. Yeah.
we can or they could be cross-trained to run infantry, or they could.
We're gonna have to talk about
People are
this.
yeah,
There's a lot of different routes we can do, and that's going to take way too long to do on a podcast.
right.
So,
Also,
Well-
not the place.
we'll circle back to it. Might be a fun idea.
Soccer, where would you go?
I'm here.
If you could pick
You
if
had to go
you
to a
could pick,
different
if
one,
you
dummy.
could pick another one.
So yeah, I would 100% go to Corpsman.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
100%.
Let's
So-
go.
I don't know if it kind of goes back to a little bit of like my high school days. Air Force was actually recruiting me
Hey,
for football. And when they were recruiting me, I was looking at like some of the stuff Air Force could do, like some of the pipelines and stuff. And I was like, fuck, I want to be a PJ. And during that time, that kind of got me into aviation.
Oh, dude, that pass test though. Holy shit.
Yeah. That was what kind of got me into aviation for like the first part, because I was like, if I'm gonna have to go dedicate my time to like the Air Force, I might as well do something that I enjoy, or I don't know, am interested in, I guess is the word. And so just, I mean, I have it on my helmet that Anderson made. Shout out to Anderson. That others may live. This is the what like the PJ's motto, things that we can do that others may live.
That others may live.
Yeah. And so like if I had to pick something out of the other elements that I'm in or not currently in, I would 100% be a corpsman.
So I got two things for soccer. First off, anytime you guys are grounded, you're more than welcome to come join us.
Okay.
EU.
Second thing, so when you say back to your high school days, you mean like last year?
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey, when you say
Damn.
color TV, you mean like 50 years ago, right?
Oh,
Oh
damn.
shit.
Oh.
There it is.
oh shit.
Fucking old head. How many white hairs do you have? I'm sorry. I don't mean white. I mean platinum.
Oh,
We have enough soccer.
it just
and most of
keeps
them come-
going.
And most of them come from you guys.
I believe
That's
it.
valid.
God
That's
damn.
valid.
They all come from Keeper.
No,
Oh, whoa. Hold on. What'd I do?
I'm gonna start naming all my gray hairs after command staff people.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
We don't have that many
Yeah.
members. We don't have that many members in the unit.
Okay.
Aw.
After command staff, then it's gonna go with the problem child, with the problem kids. Ace 1, Ace 2, Ace 3.
Shit.
Adam.
Oh, Lord.
Ace
That's fine.
Ace has his own for command staff, and then Ace has his own just for Ace. Let's see. For me, oh boy. Honestly, I would be kind of torn between two. Mechie would be a choice, but also, if I were to go somewhere else, I'd probably go as a team leader or a squad leader. Like, in other ventures, I've, dipped my feet into team leading and squad leading, and it's been a fucking blast. So if I if I had to choose, it'd be a toss up between going infantry or going mechie.
You don't want to be my gunslinger?
Oh well, if I get the choice to run with you, then I'm going mechie.
Oh yeah. That would be a
That,
dangerous
that would be a nope, would not allow that.
That would be
not allow
we,
that.
dude. We would be a menace.
Yeah, that would be bad.
we could not allow that. That'd
We
be-
cannot put
that-
Cyber and Dubs in the same vehicle.
It would
No.
be the Zeus team meeting would be like, okay, I'm main Zeusing, you're assistant Zeusing, you're gonna be in charge of artillery, and you two, don't let that fucking tank go anywhere.
For real, dude.
We want you to destroy every tank asset they have first top, so they can't use it anymore for the campaign.
Lambert, if you're listening, make it happen. I guess I don't know, Yoshi. I mean, you kind of bounce back and forth between Zeusing and like PLing. So, something other than infantry, what would you do?
I'm kind of split between two. Pretty evenly. It would either be Havoc or Gas, to be honest.
Hell yeah!
Gas.
You gas marines?
I can't tell. I love how you can always tell what part of the apartment soccer is in. Like, that probably came from near his bathroom door kind of area.
It was.
Yeah.
I'm back to the chair now.
But yeah, if it was between one of those two, it'd be Havoc or Gas.
Hell yeah!
I'm so disappointed. Nobody except soccer said Corman.
Bro, nobody wants to play your little medic mini game.
Alright, Keeper,
You mean
How's
medic
that fun?
mini game, Cyber?
Oh yeah, that's some fun gameplay looking at an Ace medical menu all day, huh?
Damn.
Damn.
Shots fired.
Wow.
Keeper.
I mean,
next
I appreciate
time,
y'all what y'all do, but
Keeper.
you know,
Next time Cyber goes down,
I did
just
not
walk
mean-
away. Cyber's dead.
Oh.
Move
no,
on.
He's dead. Moving
Oh,
on.
okay.
Very
I'm
well.
pretty sure we hand out NJPs for that kind of stuff now.
Oh,
So,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, we do.
That's a separate
we
conversation.
do.
That's true. Get him.
All right.
She'll just hear a voice in Zeus from an invisible. You better fucking med me.
That would happen, yeah.
It would. He's done it before.
Fix me, motherfucker.
I have way back when went into Zeus, like when a corpsman was like, "Oh, he's probably dead." I definitely went in and be like, "Dude, I am not dead." oh, he's not dead.
Double check.
All right.
Wheel of game.
And let's do final thoughts and comments, and we'll move on to the wheel. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I guess we'll keeper. How was your night? How was your experience?
To be quite honest, my final thoughts on this podcast thing. Oh, sorry about River talking in the background here. I'm not gonna lie to you, it did not feel like 2 hours and 47 minutes. Like
Yeah.
it didn't feel like that. Like it didn't feel like it was that long. I had a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed talking to you guys. And I feel like I learned a lot, especially with like the story of the unit. Thank you, Cyber. No, I feel like this is a good experience, and I feel like people should be excited to get on here and try it.
Who do you predict is gonna come up on the wheel of? We still.
Oh,
we
no.
need to name it. We need to name it. But we forgot to do that last
I
time.
thought it was Wheel of Crayons.
It was
or
Wheel of
some
Crayons.
shit.
Yeah.
Spin that
Yeah.
A
wheel.
wheel of crayons. Who's your money on?
The variety pack.
I'm kind of hoping it's on. I kind of hope River gets on the podcast next.
River
Yeah.
has been picked every single time by somebody.
River. It's it's always been River and Hughesman.
Hughesman, yeah. I guess y'all are the favorites. Nah, I'm just kidding. We don't do favorites.
We've had some pretty good ones on here between Crusader and was it Lone?
Every guest we've
Lone,
had
yeah.
has been really
Lone.
good.
It's been a favorite.
I've always predicted.
I want Bandito.
My two predictions have always come up. There's always been at least one retired guy that has come up.
Whoa.
I
Okay,
think it's
I
gonna be
guess.
Bandit.
That's like when you're playing roulette. You instead of picking a number, you pick red. You know?
Hey, all I'm saying
Hey,
is,
Dubs.
if you look at those names,
I'm looking at the names right now, and we don't have any retired people on that list.
what?
Yeah, where's Alex?
Where's Alex?
Where's
Yours
Art?
is old. What is this?
Where's
Art?
Psycho?
Where's Psycho?
Oh
Yeah,
no! Oh no!
Oh,
Let's
you're
just,
demoted.
We're gonna.
Double yo.
Dubs over
answer
here
it right now.
slacking.
Warn off.
Hey,
Here
hey,
we come.
listen! New computer.
New could be Miss
New
Glick.
computer, Miss Glue.
In-game.
It
in-game,
doesn't mean
in-game.
that your web history
It
don't
was a
save.
mishap.
I'm using a different browser, you monkey.
Oh, sorry, chimp.
Oh, what?
Huh? Huh?
Oh,
Huh?
How about you
Oh.
change your damn thermostat?
All right. So Keeper predicts River. What are some other predictions we got?
You know what? I
I'm
just thought of an
staying-
idea.
I'm staying with
we-
Hughesman.
What if they get predicted, they get one extra name on there? So River gets an extra River, and Hughesman gets an extra Hughesman.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
nah.
Just one. Just one.
no.
No, because that's
No.
increasing the probability.
That's the point.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
no,
whole-
keep it,
yeah.
keep it to this.
We'll keep it
to
one.
Alright,
We'll keep it one name. One name.
one to one.
Alright.
All right. Any other predictions out there?
I gotta stick with my P's, man. Have to go with pleb.
All right. Well, you can't pick
Baby
Price.
boy
It's funny
pleb.
because you can't pick Price anymore.
Yeah.
Yep, he's gone again.
Turn of events.
I
All
don't
right.
think
So we
Pleb
got
could even make it.
I'm
Pleb.
gonna
We
go
got
with-
River. We got Hughesman.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
say
if I-
Psycho and Sluggo.
Psycho Sluggo. Okay.
I don't know if I've met pleb, but I already like the guy.
He's Australian, so
Ooh,
I-
+5.
I need.
You know what? If I had to
I-
choose anybody other than Hughesman, I'd say Joe or Horizon.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
They're
I think
new.
it's on the new
They're brand
guys.
new
Wow.
members.
yeah,
Brand
you
new
haven't
people,
put any
yeah.
new people on there, have you?
No, I haven't been. I've been slacking.
To be fair, if they're
Wow.
on probation, you probably shouldn't add them.
No,
to the
but
wheel
they're
crowns.
no, but they're
They're
PFCs
not.
now.
There's Adam.
I did?
Oh, no. Yep. Joe.
Why are
Horizon.
two blues
Okay.
touching each other? Anderson and Machine. That is weird.
I'm gonna go
Hey.
with. I'm gonna go with Yogi or Psycho.
Oh,
Dude, Yogi's gonna talk so much shit. He's gonna be like, "This is stupid. I never agreed with it in the first place."
get this out of here.
I think I gotta go with. Oh well, now he just randomized it. So hold on, I gotta look again. I gotta see what caused. You know what? I would love to get cannabis on here, but I feel like that might be the first time we have to actually worry about what is said on a live stream.
100%.
Because we're everyone else has been, we kind of understand. Cannabis sometimes just lets words come out of his mouth, and it makes for fantastic times,
Speaks
but
before
maybe
he
not
thinks.
live.
From the heart, man.
Love you, cannabis.
From the heart.
Oh, Alex, bringing up a
Where's
point.
Shadow?
Where's Shadow?
Oh, where's
Yeah, where's
Shadow?
Shadow? Bro, Dolph
Bro,
is
this-
super.
Oh,
Zero,
I didn't wanna do that.
rockless.
Bro.
Rockless.
Shadow was on there. I just saw him.
I just
He's just
had.
rockless.
He's
Oh.
just okay.
What about Banana? He'll never
Banana
come. But what
Man!
about a banana?
Where's
Man,
Banana?
man out of here.
Ooh, I'm gonna go and switch mine.
What about Rooster?
Where's Banana? I want
What about
Banana.
Cthulhu?
Rooster left.
Cthulhu's
There was on
deployed.
deployment. Even if he
Rooster
was
didn't
sick, he
leave.
wouldn't be up here. Rooster's retired.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Rooster's
gonna
retired.
say cannabis, and I wouldn't mind seeing wild card. I think wild card would be interesting to have up here.
Wow.
Still pretty new.
Actually in
new
Tumor.
Tumor guy.
He's actually
Yeah.
he's in Tumor.
Yeah.
Apparently, I need to update this list. All right, we'll do that later.
Yeah.
All right, let's spin that wheel, shall we?
Spin
Man, that wheel.
Oh,
He wasn't down there either.
Oh!
ow.
Alex.
Alex.
Just
Oh,
barely.
Alex
Oh,
got it!
yeah,
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
That
Man,
was
I'm
close.
glad too. Alex is always here, talking up chat and stuff. It's about time we've got him on here, so I'm actually pretty excited about that.
All right, we're
You
gonna.
know, for me, the wheel
Alright,
just spun.
alternate backup just in case.
Yep, I'm putting.
Alex will be here. You don't need a backup.
All right, who's the backup? Who's the backup?
Hold on, let me.
Don't call him a
It's
backup.
gonna be
come on.
Hughesman.
You have been
Who's gonna do the
chosen as the primary guest on the next episode.
Alex will be here.
Why? He knows.
You don't
We
even
still
need
have
do
to
it.
roll. We still
It's
have
been our
to
thing.
roll.
It's been our thing. We gotta roll for the backup.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, the Swedes, taxed my internet too high.
All right,
Alex, you can give me some Zen stuff.
let's go for our backup. Spin that wheel.
I don't think it's spinning on the live, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
All right.
There's from my computer. There's like a 30.
Oh,
Oh,
Don't remove his name. You keep that right on there.
damn.
So I have a question, maybe something to.
You're about to
Alex.
you're about to say two
No.
guests, aren't you?
We know Alex is gonna be here, and River's been predicted several times. Is podcast number 6 the first time we have 2 guests?
Maybe like number 6 and number 12 is what we have 2 guests on every 6 podcast.
You guys just want to have a both of them.
Yes, yes.
you know
Yep.
what?
Think them come. We'll have 2.
Yep.
Oh,
Woo! Now we need 2 more alternates.
Oh, jeez.
I think.
No.
I don't think we need to do that.
No,
All
no,
right.
we're good. We're pretty sure they'll be available. So, Awesome. Can't wait to have you both on. And I think
Suck it, River.
with that, first, of course, you gotta go through the YouTube algorithm stuff. Like, subscribe, comment, which y'all have been doing. So thank you so much. It gets our outreach out there. We're starting to look back and going back in the Armic community. This kind of stuff helps us kind of have a bigger name out there. So help us out with that stuff. Share it to your friends and whatnot. We like what we do here. We want to keep doing it. So that's all I've got. Closing. Anyone else?
Yeah, as usual. Thanks for thanks for the turnout. Thanks for hanging out, listening with us, talking with us, and as usual, we'll see you out there on Friday and Saturday. Do the
Go up to
survey.
Friday.
Do the survey.
Do the survey. Do the
Apo-
survey right now.
Apologies for missing last week. We had some technical issues occur, like hurricanes and stuff. So
Power outages.
don't worry, we're back
and
on the roll.
stuff.
We're
Fuck
Gucci.
nature.
We got
we
have a backup
blame
streamer
Keeper.
now.
Whoa,
Always
whoa, whoa.
blame Keeper.
Keeper.
But
Why are we
Blame
blaming
Keeper.
me?
with
This
that
seems
being
actually
said,
double
hold
take.
on.
thank you all for tuning in,
Yeah, I
and you
think
have
you're
a
right.
fantastic night.
Thank y'all.
All right.